Thanks for watching. We're just trying to keep the phone nice and cool and everything. So sorry we can't just keep this live streaming the entire time. I shot a 36 in the first round. I've been trying to help everybody learn how to do the Bongolf software and trying to get everything going. So sorry about the delay. John's going to be first. We're actually not going to repair every 2 rounds. We're going to play 4 rounds together. It's just taking a little bit too long, and they do a massive amount of business here. So I understand as a business owner, you want to kind of get us around the course as fast as possible. I think the players would kind of end up appreciating that in the end. So John with an excellent 35. We held on for dear life, and he made an ace there on hole 19 to finish his round. That's a great way to finish your round and have those memories. But yeah, so we had we did really good in the beginning, and then we just kind of held on for dear life there for about 13 or 14 holes, and that's not too bad. Like I said, for me, personally, I wanted to shoot 36. I'm doing all this extra stuff, so I wasn't too bad. And right now, the leader's only at 34, so that's the best score out on the course. Yeah, a lot of the good. Like so, John said, if you go to usaminigolfresults.com/US Open /2021 result.html. So we're watching a person on hole 2, and that ball's going to stop. That was a brutal putt. That's John Paul. Yeah, so the legend here is Matt Mail got a little bit of his karma back by he had a flat tire this morning coming in, and then he came in at ace hole 2, which is pretty much like a 1 in 100 chance, if that. All right, so John Wilder's up. Hole number 1, round 2. Sends his ball out to the right. Is it going to break back to the left? It is. Yes, sir. That's a great way to start round number 2. Yeah. Oh, this is a great pairing for me. I really enjoy playing with John. That's a great start. So hopefully I can match that. That was an amazing shot. That's not going to get there. That's not going to be hard enough. Perfectly hold. Just not going to be hard enough. That's just a tap in for a 2. Hopefully I can make a better score than a 4 on hole number 2. That's a 2 for me. There's John and Brian. Let's try to get Brian. There's Brian. It's going to make or break somebody's tournament. Signal's been pretty good so far. Canada, appreciate you watching. Signal's been all right so far today. Like I said, it's just we are not charging. Whatever reason, my battery pack isn't. So John sent his ball down the way. He's going to pop the cup. That's going to go out of bounds. Oh, no. That ball's out of bounds. That's unbelievable. It hit the cup and it bounced out of bounds. Why is my battery pack not charging? Come on, technology. Stop failing me. I'm not sure what to do with this. There it goes. I'm not sure. So the ball came out. The ball came out right here, John. I'm not sure. I guess that's where you would place it. So the ball jumped out of bounds here, and that's a 1-stroke penalty. So this is going to be for a 3. So he's going to space his ball from the bricks there, and I'm going to head up to the tee. This would be a miraculous 3. Wants to be a little careful with it though. No, it's never going to get there. It's just short. That's a 4. So if you go out of bounds, that's super unlucky for him. You can see how fast the ball was rolling down that hill, and he got really unlucky that he hit the exact spot on the cup. The ball jumped in the air and it bounced out of bounds. That's super unlucky. So after that great ace on hole 1, he gave all of it back there on hole 2. I just gotta hope I don't do that. Oh my goodness. It is getting hot out here. Please don't hit the hole like his. Come on, give me a good bounce one time. I'm going to go right back in the same spot I was at earlier. Isn't it? It's going to look at this shit. Come on, ball, trickle down. I'm in the exact same spot I was at earlier. Oh, it's trickling down the hill. All right, I have a chance now. I've got a chance. It's still a difficult putt. If I can just make a 3 and get the hell out of here. Super unbelievable bounce. So you can see if somebody actually made a hole in one in this hole. It's like a 1 in 100 shot. All right, I guess I gotta get this ball started. It's such a difficult putt because there's little ridges right in here and the hole's crowned. This is gonna be a miracle somehow if I can make this. I'm gonna play it on the left, try to get this ball started on the left edge and just pray. Just creep it down there. That ball didn't get started. It didn't even make it. You can see how tentative I was with that shot because I just want to have the best chance to make a 3. That's a 3. So I made a 4 in round 1. I made a 3 in round 2. So that's a 1-shot improvement. But you just can't risk going by the hole because you'll just end up having a 5 or 6 foot putt coming back, and I can see people making 5s and plus. So that's a 4. 1 for the tournament. And John. Yeah, so he gave all that back. So he is now even for the tournament. Even for the tournament. And I am 1 over for the tournament. Let's see if we can hit a good putt on hole number 3. It's getting hot out here. The carpet's going to get a little bit slower. It's getting a little fluffier. It's getting humid. The breeze is picking up a little bit. So I'm just going to update my scorecard. We got a second here. So it's an ace for John on hole 1. I made a 2. He made a 4 on hole 2. I made a 3. Yep, penalty for going out of bounds. That's a 4 on hole 2 for John Wilder. So we're going to repair after every other round, but it's just taking too long. Hole 2 is one of the reasons why. And so we're just going to stay me and John Wilder for the first 4 rounds, the entirety of today. I need to get this ball started on a better line. And that ball just snapping left again. I missed that exact. So John Wilder's going to hit his shot. Is that going to have enough speed? It is just going to miss on the right side. That was a great effort. He should be able to clean that up for his 2. All right, that's a good 2 for both of us. It looks like I actually might have a chance here to update the scores. Now, the scores you're going to see on your screen for at least rounds 1 through 4. This is actually going to be for the entirety of the tournament, not for. Let's see if we can. I start slowing play down, then I'm going to do the scores. We're not holding up anybody. I'm just going to do that each time. So it just takes about 30 seconds. Okay, so we both aced this in round 1. And try to keep that. There's a line that we're trying to get the ball started on. And just creep it over that mound in front of the hole. That might be too soft, and it stayed on top of the mound. That's unbelievable. That, you know, if I hit 20 balls out there, I wouldn't have been able 50 balls. I might not even have been able to do that. All right, well, this is going to be interesting because I have this little ridge to deal with here. This ball, I don't know. I'm not sure what this is going to do. Woo! That was a good 2. That was a good 2. That was a little scary. Yeah, the carpet's getting a little bit fluffier, and that's going to slow it down. So I'm going to have to keep that in mind as we go along. I can't believe. Oh my, see that? We both thought we hit that. Just pretty much the same strength in round 1, and they were both nuts right in the center. And now they both came up woefully short. They came up woefully short. Gary Hester with a near miss on hole number 3. So we both made it 2 on hole 4. So the scores stayed the same. All right, now hole 5. Gotta keep track of our scores. Let's pick them 2-2 on hole number 4. Hopefully it's going to be 1-1 on hole number 5. Put a big X on hole 6 there so we don't forget. All right, so this is where I turned my round around in round 1, where I made hole 4 and hole 5. Hopefully I can keep that going. All right, I know what to do. Just got to execute. Execute the shot. Execute the shot. Perfect. Perfect. There we go. That gets back to bogey on hole number 3. Brings me back to even par. Even par for the tournament. Thanks, Canada. There's John's try. That's on a pretty good line, too. Oh, yeah. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. So both an ace there on hole number 5. Fantastic. And we skip hole 6 on this course because that's the truest RNG you ever see in your life. Okay. Oh, yeah. Great. It was a great shot. So after we get through this hole, we're going to update the scores. We have a long walk to hole number 8, which is our 7th hole of the day. I got lucky last time and made this one as well. See if I can do it again. Oh, that's too hard. That's I gotta get lucky. Yeah, I gotta get. That was too hard and right of where I was aiming. It was not a very good putt. That's a 2 for me. 2 is always a good score, but you at least want to give yourself a chance. That hole was not a great ace because you're at the mercy of the rock bounce, and the rocks aren't smooth. All right, so this is on a better line. Is it going to be hard enough? Oh, I got to bet he got a terrible bounce in comparison to me. Okay, moving on to hole number 8, which is our 7th hole of the day. That brings that ace on hole number 5 brings John back to -1 for the tournament. And I am at even. Oh, we're both even now? Oh, so you were +1 at that point?
I was plus, yeah, I was, because I had 2 aces.
Okay. So John says we're both even? Even, Steven? Yeah, so the ball grabber, that really saves your back. You know, it saves your legs and back. I tried that when I first started playing miniature golf and trying putt and whatnot, the ball grab, but it was just too annoying. All right, so hole number 8, which is our 7th hole of the day, is a interesting putt. Yeah, it'll really save your back and legs if you get one of those little ball grabbers. They're simple. You can buy them for $10. Now you can see the hole earlier. There was this big shadow that was covering it. So this isn't too bad of a shot. You just don't want to get the ball going too far past the hole. That's the thing. You just don't want to get the ball going too far past the hole. So I came up about 12 inches short, and John almost made it. Last time, the breeze is kicking up a little bit. Putt breaks from left to right. That started on a pretty good line, and it's going to miss on the right lip. And it's still trickling out. That wasn't too bad of a try. Probably hit that one just slightly. Just missed my spot to the right. Should be able to negotiate this one. Perfect dead center. Thank you. That's a 2 for me. If I would have gone a little bit farther past that, then the putts get really tricky. So I thought I hit a really good shot there. So John's ball is on his way. Is it going to come up a couple? Oh, look at that thing just drift off to the left. Or you're right. Interesting. That was not a very good putt. Update my scores. And that's a 2. Heading over to hole number 9, which is our 8th hole of the day. We both made an ace on this one in round number 1. I'm actually going to go around the left side. Easier. I don't have to climb over a bunch of rocks. The platform that we stand on was rebuilt for this tournament, which is really good. It's going to just take me a second to get the camera situated here. Sorry about that. There's a bunch of rocks and a bunch of slopes, and trying to keep this thing. Sorry about the bricks there in the bottom of the screen. I don't really have any other choice. We both made an ace on this one in round 1. It's kind of hard to tell with the hole location because of the shadow of the tree, but the hole location is right there. Just basically just get it started down this hill and hope it tracks in. So we both made an ace on this one in round 1. You're just literally just tapping this ball, just getting it started. And my ball's going to go around the hole and back. I thought I hit a good putt. Just didn't turn in. And the ball ends up down here. Take my scorecard for my spacing. Move the ball out there. That ball's off. And now I got to figure out how I'm going to get a putting stance. I wish I would have removed this rope for the tournament purpose. I got to figure out a way to. I'm down here, and I got 1 foot down off the green. And I missed it on the left. And that's about the worst possible thing you can do on this hole is make a 3. But this is the disadvantage of not being able to stand on the rocks and everything else. So now I gotta try to negotiate this one to save my 3. And now I'm gonna make a 4. You have no idea how I want to fucking explode in frustration because this is stupid the way I have to stand. I'm like balancing myself on 2 rocks. Fucking 4. It's unbelievable. Oh, Jesus Christ. A hole that you should make a 1 on like the majority of the time I end up making a 4. I'm so fucking pissed. And here's an example of one that's going to tip back around, and that's going to miss, and now he's going to go back there, and he's going to have that shot. Unbelievable 4. But hey, you know what? I just can't be. I'm trying to do all this other stuff. I can't be too upset about it. Now he gets to try and see how he handles this. He's trying to figure out where I was balancing myself on 2 rocks, and he has to aim this ball outside the right edge of the hole. And that's a good 2. So that takes me, I am now +2 for the tournament. And there's basically hardly any holes left for me to make any aces to make up for that. Ah, goodness gracious. I tried to tell him to take that rope out of there before the tournament start because it was making the players like awkward. A lot of these guys are older. The guys are going to be falling and slipping on the rocks. I just made a 4. Unbelievable. All right. You might hear me vent some frustration. I'm just ultra competitive. And John's still even. All right, go ahead. So we're playing the hole that's closer to you in the foreground. Ooh, and that's what I was talking about. You clip those bricks on the inside. That's just what I was talking about to you guys earlier. And now he has this. I completely missed the hill. You're gonna see this ball race down the slope. It's just a miracle if you can figure out a way to negotiate this. Almost. Just didn't have enough speed to come off the bricks. Yeah, that's it. A little slip up, a little miscalculation, and it's a very fine line though where you tee the ball up and where you tee the ball up all the way over here. This line to get it, the ball has to be pretty much exact. It can't be any farther right than this. That's where I went the first round. It has to be in that little zone. It's a very, very touchy putt. And you can't hit it very hard either. So I'm going to try to do a little better this time. That's on a better line. Maybe somehow I can... Oh, it just dove in front of the hole. That was a better shot. I made a 3 on this one last time. Hopefully I can negotiate that for a 2. All right, there's a 2. Well, 1 shot better on hole 2 this round. 1 shot better on hole 10, but I blew up on hole number 9. Number is just try to lay it up there and just trying to lay it up there. Oh, so updating the scores. John is now +1 for the tournament. There you go. I'm +2 for the tournament. The best score in that we saw on round number 1 is a 34. I made 4 aces in round 1. I had 4 bogeys, 4 bogey strokes. Okay, so this shot, just lay it up. Just trying to do anything crazy with this one. Trying to get it in between the humps, the middle hump and the hump on the right. Stop. Stop. And that ball creeped all the way to the rail. Yeah, it's such a it breaks away from the hole there. There's no way. It's just no way. You have to literally bump the ball. You literally have to bump the ball off of the very end of this right here to try to get it to curl back that way. I've never made it. Okay. Negotiate this 2-footer to stay at +2. That's a good 2. That putt's like a right center putt. And then just let the slope take it back to the left. Okay, so in round 1, John hit a terrible putt. And this one's going, oh my goodness. All right, that worked out really good. That was super dangerous. He actually went up the mound on the right side, and he got caught between the mound and the bricks in round 1, and he made a 3. So this is a nice 1-stroke improvement for him on hole number 11. All right, oh, that's better. He almost wasn't better. He almost did the same thing 2 rounds in a row. All right, hole number 12. So we're up. Scores are going to stay the same. I am +2 for tournament. John's +1. Hole number 12. That's not too bad of an angle right there. I'm gonna update my my paper scorecard here. It's the wind's probably more breezier than it's been all week. It's getting hot out here. So hole number 10, John made a 3. I made a 2. We both made 2s on hole number 11, and this is hole number 12. This is a makeable hole, but you got to be careful because you don't want to get it. You don't want to be too aggressive. This ball's going to break from severely from your left to right, my right to left. Just try to lay it. Just try to lay it up. That's too hard. Oh my goodness, where's that going? Stop, please. Stop, please stop. There you go. You can see it just, everything just snaps. It's makeable, but man, it's dangerous. That's a tap in 2 for me. I'm just holding on, trying to just hold on for dear life right now. Hole 13 is a gettable hole, but 14, 15. Oh, he's gonna hit the bricks. He hit the bricks, and it went in. What in the hell? How does that? I'm not writing a 1 down for that one, John. Right? What the hell? That was amazing. You were not supposed to hit the bricks. That was an absolute. Greg Newport, are you in this chat? Are you in this chat, Greg Newport? Because that was the luckiest. Man, sometimes you need luck. That was unbelievable. You're not supposed to touch the bricks. If that ball didn't go in the hole, that was going to go 4 or 5 feet down the hill. That was unbelievable. But hey, you need that kind of stuff to happen. We need one of those right now. I don't even want to write a 1 scorecard for him. That was awesome. All right, so hole 13. This one's makeable as well. So he's going to start. He's got his ball started on it now. That's going to go left. So that's basically what he did in the round 1. It's good speed. He did the same thing in round 1. And in round number 1, he actually missed this putt to the right. It's basically the exact same putt as round 1. He lipped out on the right side. Let's see if he can navigate this one. Yep, straight in. My turn. That breeze is picked up. It's getting hot out here. Course is getting backed up. Hole 2 is just chewing people alive. I navigated it with a 3. Matt Mayle made an ace, a 1 in 100 shot. All right, so let's try to get it over that hill. A little speed bump. That's on a pretty good line. Hit that, bump it, bump it, bump it, bump it, bump it, bump it. No! I tried to bump it off that little rough collar and just ran out of steam. Just ran out of steam. That's just a little tap in for me. And 2's a good score in that hole. Yep. Yep, so I thought that was a pretty good try for me. Just unfortunately, I didn't get the RNG to work in my favor. That's a 2 for each of us on hole 13. Yeah, scores remain the same. Well, no, actually, I got to update his score for that. I don't even want to. As bad as that shot was he hit and it hit off that brick, I don't even want to give him credit for that. But we have to. It's in the scorebooks. We take him. That brings him back to even. That was his shot on hole 14. There's a little tap in here for a 2. That's basically like a 1 in 20 shot to make that hole. There's a bunch of holes out here. They look so innocent, but the mini golf carpet and the slopes just don't line up. The carpet is just, I hate this carpet. It's great for durability, and I understand it's like the cheapest stuff you can get for a mini golf course owner, but if this course is built for tournament purpose, this is wiry, fibery. So I want to miss the hole just barely on the left. just kind of like that and tip it in from the back. Did I get the 1 in 20? No, I did not. But that's so if it gets the right tip, it can figure out a way to just kind of like wiggle down here and go in. Otherwise, the hole is crowned. It's all there's a crown around the crown around the hole, and this is all mound. So if it's not going dead center, and when the metal sleeves were in there, like that. Okay, so scores remain the same. I'm still +2 for the tournament, and we're just barely hanging on. He's hanging on at even. So we're up on hole number 15, which is our 14th hole of the day. And he sends the ball down the slope, and it's never going to go back to the right. There's another one. And it just normally that ball's going to bounce off the second step. Off the second step, start to break to the right. It never did. That's a good 2. So that one's looked like it broke a little bit left. So I played a shot where I try to use the slope behind the hole. This is another one. It's like a 1 in 10 shot. Looks innocent, but these steps, you can't control the bounce. I was trying to hit it about 6 inches harder than I did last time. Oh, just missed some toe on the front side. So that one I hit about 6 inches too hard. That's 2 for me. I'm still +2 for the tournament. And John Wilder's even. See some of the beautiful scenery over here at Gator Mike's as we head on over to hole number 16. I'm really glad I'm playing with John because he's been very accommodating with the camera and waiting and as you can see here. Oh, that ball needs to slow down. Oh, that ball needs to slow down. Oh my goodness. I can't tell from this angle if he's blocked or not. Is he blocked? Oh my, yes he is. He is blocked. He's gonna bump that hill. Yep. Oh, he break it. Wow. That was absolutely outstanding. I thought for sure you were gonna bump that hill. Woo! And it just wiggled in the last roll. Wow, as he said, he just hoped that the ball rolled into the hole. That was 2 amazing shots there on hole 12 and then on hole 16 to save that 2. I thought he was blocked. That was terrific. All right, so let's not hit it that hard. Let's not hit it as hard as John did. We don't want to be too soft. I did the opposite. I saw what he did, and oh my. I saw what he did there, and I don't know what this one does. Oh my goodness. I did not want to go back behind that mound. I'm not sure what this does. When in doubt, go straight and pray. Oh, it turns to the left. That's interesting because everything breaks to the right, but from there it broke to the left. So that's a 3 for me, hopefully. I had not practiced that shot at all. I've only played 4 1-ball rounds around this course this entire week, so I'm just learning as we go along. That's a 3 for me. I am now +3 for the tournament, and John stays at even par. That was not a putt that I was expecting to hit at all. That was a terrible putt for me. Oops. Just tripped. I made a terrible 3 on this hole in the last round. That's got a change. Oh, that was a terrible bounce. John, even par. I'm +3 and fading. I just make a bunch of 2s just to get it in, and gotta stop the leaking, guys and gals, if any. Through the left side here off that rock. I got a terrible kick too. So I made a 3 on that hole in last round. I've improved on some of my scores on from round 1, but I've done worse on other holes. So, sorry about the camera angle, guys. There's so many steps and stairs and rocks and hills and. Okay. Hole number 18, which is our 17th hole of the day. We do not play hole number 6. Thank God there was a 19th hole. Hole number 6 is a complete disaster. One moment while I get the camera set up. Okay, John. Up the little slope, and the hole sits in between these little mounds. Got to be careful with the speed. Uh-oh. Okay, that's going to bump back off the back. Wow. So a good thing that little mound is there. I was going to go back to the back rail. Easy. Tap in for a 2. They hit that one way too hard. But there is quite a severe slope in front of the hole. I am not trying to ace this. If it somehow miraculously goes in, great, but this is like a 1 in 10 shot as well, because you just don't know what's going to happen with the carpet and where it's going to go up on that mound, up on the hill. Just lag it up there and tap in. So that's what I'm talking about. They have crowns. That ball was tracking dead center of the hole, 1 foot away. That ball is literally tracking dead center right there, and the crown just threw it off to the right. That was dead center of the hole, and the crown threw it off to the right. And that's what happens. That's what we've been calling the RNG, the random number generator carpet, because that's why I hate mini golf carpet. That putt was dead center of the hole, 1 foot away. Looked like it was going to track right in. Nope. Some guys track in, some guys don't. So positive vibes, positive thinking. Just keep hitting the putts online, and hopefully they drop. Welcome to United States Miniature Golf. Okay, hole number 19. Scores remain the same. I'm 3 over par for the tournament, and John is even par. He actually made this hole. This is our final hole. He made this hole last time. That's got a good chance if it gets the bricks. Oh, it got a little bit. There's a random brick bounce. John, can I see your scorecard here real quick? I'm missing a couple holes. Pretty sure I have your deuces from hole 13 on.
Yeah, pretty sure I'm 13, all deuces.
Yep, and then I have 2, 2, 3, 2, 2. Yep.
3 for you on 16.
Yep. All right, got the scores updated. We got a little pace here, a little space. Excuse me. So this hole is super annoying too, because if there's a little gap that you can see there, and underneath that little bridge, you don't want to go through there. It doesn't even line up with the hole at all. It's too small. So you go around like you saw John Wilder shot. Problem is, like, the speed has to be absolutely perfect. And that's kind of hard. Am I going to get a good bounce this time? I did, and it just missed the hole. Thanks. Got to bounce, and it just rolled over the edge of the hole. But these bricks aren't smooth. There's little machine marks in them. All right. That's a 2 for me. That's a round of 39. I am now +3 for the tournament. Wonderful owner of Gator Mike's, Chris, is scored. So to be back. It's been two. The course is the rest of the course is relatively tame, but you got to be careful out here because you can make 3s and 4s really fast. Me there. 39. I had a 4 on hole 9, which is absolutely absurd to have a 4 on hole 9. You should make an ace on that hole about 80% of the time. Unfortunately, I got caught in an awkward stand. I couldn't get the. So, shot 36 that round, didn't you, John? And I should have a 39. 2, 3, 4. I have a 39. Should have a 39. 18 plus 21? 39?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so I have a 39. That's +3. The par is 36. But you can see here, this is our scoring setup. You said we have Chris there on the left, and there's the Bang Golf on the right. I wish I could just continue to keep streaming and give you guys updates and whatnot. I guess I can try it for a few more minutes if my phone starts to heat up because it's getting really hot outside. Three, twos, twos, 1, X, 2, twos, 24, 32, 22, 12, 22, 22, 22, 23. Deuces the rest of the way out. 36, 39. We're just calling out our scorecards, and we're switching cards here. And we're going to turn them into Chris. Is that me? Is that where's my scorecard? There we go. All right, we both have the scorecard holders. What's that? Chris is doing it, but we just stack them right here, and he can just go right down through the list. The scorecards there in order for you. So Barry and Rick behind us. So John Wilder should be next. Wait, no. It should be. I'm sorry. That's my mistake. I put the wrong name on there. It should be John Wilder.
Yeah, it's okay. I'll use this one. I went to round 2 on this.
Okay. There you go. Now it's correct. Little name misspell. There's like 5 Johns in this tournament.
Do the right thing. I think I got it right.
So looks good so far, yeah. Yeah, just make sure the guys are in round 2 or sorry, tied.
I'm in round 2.
Awesome. So we're just trying to teach the owner how to use the Bond Golf software, and everything's going great. And he's enjoying it. It's taking literally about 15 to 20 seconds per player to update the scores. If you go to usaminigolfresults.com, get a little air conditioning here. If you go to usaminigolfresults.com, then the link will populate a website so you can see all the scores. As we're entering in, we're updating the internet, every group or every other group. So pretty much every 10 minutes, you're going to see new scoring updates. On that webpage, you will find blue highlighted links for a main page and tournament info. Also, if you click on, you can click on each player's name and you can see what they scored on each lane throughout. One, keep a note number. So there's, there's no other place pretty much as we're going to over there. It's a hole 6 at some point, and it's basically it's a pipe hole. It's a 3-tiered green that a pipe feeds into another pipe, and that pipe feeds into the bottom tier. The problem is the first pipe doesn't always lead into the second pipe, and then sometimes when it goes down the first pipe, it can go straight through. There's like a bypass in the piping system inside the rocks, and sometimes the ball can bypass the second tier altogether and go straight down into the third tier. It can just not bypass, and doesn't always go into the hole, so that you could make a 3 or a 4. That some people can make a 1, some people can make a 4, and there's nothing you can do about it. There's no control. So that's why we eliminated hole number 6, because of that just complete luck factor. Some guys make a 1, some guys make a 4. Now hole 2 is almost going to end up being that way. I said Matt Mail made an ace, and when I look at the scoreboard, he came in with the 33, and that's the best round. And it's really cool too, because he had a flat tire before he arrived here, and he was late. So he played a little border, and he was able to shoot a 33 with making it a miraculous ace there on hole number 2, which is pretty much like a 1 in 100 shot. So if you look at the scores, 4 and 35. Brian Johnson with a 34 35. Randy shot a 35. John Wilder 35 36. Looks like I'm somewhere around the 15th place with a 36 39. And so on. So USA minigolfresults.com / US Open / 2021 / result.htm. I'm going to go outside and get a bite to eat and a little bite to drink. So we're just going to keep on going. There's going to be a little bit of a wait here. Looks like the group that's going off now is Amanda, Aaron, and Brian Akers. So that's the group that's going off now. So it's not going to be too much longer. I'm going to be playing my round number 3. It's getting hot out here. It's getting breezy out here. Conditions are changing. I'm just trying to hang on for dear life. I said if I could just shoot 36 every round, I would have been okay with whatever result is. But now I'm creeping in with 39. But honestly, that hole 4 is what really got me. I made a 4 on hole 4 when that hole's about at least. Your hands on your putter like this, you end up having to grip down because of how tall that is, and you're trying to hit that putt up a hill. It's maybe only about a 4-foot putt, but the putt literally just goes straight up a hill and it breaks to the left. So I lipped around both times and it came right back to my feet, and that's how I made a 4. So that's frustrating. So that's frustrating. So let's move a little bit away from Chris. So he doesn't think I'm talking to him. So this is good. So the games are off right now, but there's an arcade. There's an arcade in here. So for you video game guys, we got a Marvel machine in here. So for you Street Fighter buddies, got Miss Pac-Man. We've got a Connect 4, Deal or No Deal, some redemption games, which are really popular here in the United States. Most of the Oh God! Look at the stick on the right. There's nothing. Look at this. There's nothing even. There's nothing even here. Look at there's no spring. There's no tension on it. It's got the old convex buttons, and yeah, there you go. It's a money maker. I'll tell you that. People come out there and play, can't even execute the moves. Pretty funny. So yeah, bite to drink. Sorry about that. Yeah, I'm gonna bite to eat and a little drink. So we're going to. Yeah, exactly. We'll get this set up so we can be here with Aaron around still on the first hole. I'm not sure if my headset's going to reach. I'm actually going to set the camera up on hole number one. Hopefully it doesn't bother too many people. But that's the thing is, I'm trying to keep the camera out of the sun. Yesterday I had to blow up and it overheated. So you can see it's super bright and sunny out here. It started at like 64 degrees and it's crept up and really, really fast. So we have beautiful course. Let's and so Matt's describing his flat tire experience. I barely got a majority. Let's actually go over to Matt Mail and let him tell the story of his flat tire. Yeah, those things always happen at the worst possible. So our streaming audience wants to hear the story of the flat tire, sir. So yeah, here's Matt Mail with a great opening round. So Matt, why don't you tell the audience your travails this morning?
It's been an adventurous day, I'll say that. So I'm just happy to be playing. I didn't know if it would be possible, but the organizers were kind enough to let me move to the final group, which I really appreciate because there was about a half hour there where I didn't know if I'd be playing at all. So
yeah, that's amazing. And then it looks like karma worked out for you there at hole number two. So to explain to the audience what happened on hole number two. It's pretty much a one in 100 shot, if that.
Very difficult. I think it even almost didn't. I think it almost missed the lip, but it sort of curled in.
Okay, yeah, and that hole
as it was losing speed.
So that hole is crowned. So for him to be able to lip it in, that's pretty miraculous. So that's awesome. We're glad you're able to make it and able to play, and then everything worked out so far and it's looking good so far. So keep the play up and keep going. Yeah, absolutely. So that's Matt Mail. So you had a little fun experience this morning. Like you said, he wasn't even sure if he was even going to be able to play. So we're going to do a little action out here on hole number two. Yeah, that's what this week has been all about. There, yeah, that's everything: the carpet, the bricks, the weather, everything's random. So what we're trying to do is we're trying to create things to be a little bit less random and get more people out here. I'm actually walking away from the phone, so if in case my headset cuts out, I'm just grabbing a snack and a little drink. But yeah, just so these tournaments have been so random because of the courses that we're playing on throughout history, that trying to encourage more people to come out here and play and it be more skill based and less RNG. So that's part of my objective and goal, is to make this less random and more skillful. Now Pop Stroke over in Fort Myers. I went there Wednesday night. That is probably the future for miniature golf tournaments, something in that standard, because it's so amazing the way the carpet is, the shapes and the designs of the hole. And there are no bricks, there are no rails, there's nothing for you to, there's no randomness. So you can check out those videos on demand. I have a few minutes. I'm actually going to try to set the camera up. Excuse me a second, I'm going to take a bite. So Putt Gringo asked, how many rounds have I now played? I am through round 2. I shot a 36 in round 1 and a 39 in round 2. Sorry about the punching here. Okay. Almost done chewing my food. Sorry about that. Let me go catch up with the chat. All right. Brent is playing well, so I'm just go back here a little bit. Josh, Brent is playing well. And how can I go from a 1 to a 4 on hole 8? That's actually, yeah, that's hole. So our hole number 8 is actually hole number 9 on the course. It is a very, very makeable putt. If you get the ball started on the right line with the right speed, it goes in 75+% of the time. The problem with that hole is where you have to stand. I'm all the way on the opposite side of the course from that hole. So where you actually have to stand, if you miss the putt, because the putt comes back down the hill, you have a very awkward stance, and you're pretty much, I'm gonna try to demonstrate, you're pretty much standing like this, and you're having to choke down on your putter because you're standing below the green and you're trying to hit a shot pretty much one-legged, and that's why for me. And then you're hitting the ball back up the hill and it breaks from right to left, and I lipped out on the left side 2 times in a row, and the ball came back to my feet, and I made it on the 3rd try. That's how I went from a 1 to a 4, and that can happen out here. You can go out here and just lay yourself up and do great, try to shoot a 36, and then the next time you come around to a hole and the tiniest little slip up, and you can make it 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 really, really fast. So I've only played 4 practice rounds on this course. I don't have as much experience as some of the other guys. My scores are probably going to reflect that. I was hoping I can just shoot 36 every round, and I had a good opportunity to do. I've made 5 2 rounds. This is on the first round. In the second round, I just bogey strokes. I've had a so take a couple strokes away and from those 2 holes, and it's not too bad. So I have a couple players over here on hole number 2. If I could find a spot to put the camera in the shade, we can, set it up on a hole and you can watch the players come through. But it's just, there's palm trees out here, but the position of the sun here at 10:30, there's just nowhere to hide. Yep. So I kind of 4, 5. My feet, so they're teasing me about how can I go. I made an ace in round 1, then I went to a 4 in round 2. But I was trying to explain, you've got 1 foot below, you're putting like this, you're choking down on your putter, and you're trying to it's even it's just a 4-foot putt. But
at least you have that excuse for yours. I don't have that excuse for mine because I took a 5 on hole 8.
Okay, so I was just explaining to them, like, if you get the ball creeping out around the holes, you can make a 3, 4, or 5 really, really fast. So what happened? Did you crush your first putt? Or?
I ran the ace putt about 3 feet past, and looked at my chart, felt good. Then I pulled it, and then it lipped over to a spot that I hadn't really practiced from, and I was a little farther away.
Did that bubble come into play at all? Okay.
On that one.
So there's a tiny little bubble on the left side of the hole. If you're looking at the hole from the tee mat, there's a little bit of a bubble over there, and I was kind of assuming that maybe you got caught by that bubble.
And then on the 4 putt, I was close enough. I was pulling up and hit it, and I was on the ridge, so it broke off. And I was like, I really just did that. So.
Yeah.
Got away because I had 5 aces, so it could have been a really good round. But at the same time, the other way to look at it, I'm going to be positive here, is like I had enough aces to cover my mistakes.
Okay, there you go. Yeah, that's what happened to me. I made the 4, and then I made the aces to cover my mistakes, and I just kind of hang on for dear life back there. And I was only able to hit 1 ball on each hole this morning, and just literally run around the course. And there was a couple holes I didn't even play because I was trying to make sure that I got with Chris and got him on board to bang off and whatnot. So
hole 10, I pulled the first putt, hit the bricks. Was up
so John did that in the second round.
But I made the twos.
Oh, wow, that's fantastic. So he made the 2 up there on round 1. I pushed my putt a little bit too far right, and it didn't. But I got caught up there, so that was my putt. So yeah, we're out here just talking about what happened and our travails in the course and experiences. So it's a lot of fun, man.
Everybody's gonna have those stories in 7 rounds.
Yeah.
And you cover your mistake and recover.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just this holes out here that if you get hot and you get the ball tracking on the right line, the audience saw my putt on hole 18 was dead center of the hole, 6 inches from the hole, and it just caught the crown and just went vroom and just completely missed the hole on the right, didn't even touch the hole. So trying to explain it, some people are going to get that car. And just hang on for dear life and see what happens. So I was trying to shoot 36. I was trying to shoot a 36 every round, but I got 36 and 39 there in round 2. So
gotta get back. Try to shoot 34 the last 2 rounds today, and then I'll take my position for tomorrow with that.
Yeah. So you shot at what'd you shoot?
34-35.
34-35. That's not bad.
So yeah, tied with Rainey probably. Matt Mail shot a 33 the first game.
Yeah.
And Hester's in at 68 right now, so I'm 1 off the clubhouse lead right now.
That's good. Yeah.
Probably most to be 3 out of the lead, which is fine.
Cool. Very good. Thanks for talking with us. Appreciate it. So we're looking for Tony Varnador. As long as my I did 3 aces in a row there on holes 4, 5, and 7 on round 1. That kind of covered my mistake there on hole 2. But like, it's easy to make a 4 on that hole. So we're waiting. Randy Statham and Tony Varnador are up on the tee, and I'm just 2 groups behind them. It's going to be just hang on now. The wind's, like I said, the wind's kicking up. Like you heard Brian say, the wind's kicking up. The carpet's going to be fluffing up. And here comes Tony. He's on his phone. We were trying to avoid the guys just walking off the course. I'm actually going to move my camera over a little bit. I'm going to use the restroom. So if you guys want the play-by-play commentary on the restroom visit, let me know, but I doubt it. All right, so here's a little shot while I'm going to use the restroom, and I will be right back. Click on the link on the chat, the USAMinigolfresults.com, and you can see where everybody stands. Special thanks to Chris Scuderi, I hope I'm pronouncing that right, Scuderi, for hosting this tournament on a very short notice. He was happy to do it. There's a $10,000 prize pool. I'm not sure what the first place prize is. Once I get that information, I can share it with you guys what the prize pool breakdown is. I pre-apologize if at any moment the stream goes down because my phone overheats. It is getting really hot, and this is about the time of the day yesterday that the phone overheated. So I sincerely apologize in advance if that happens. But the band golf software is being put on the laptop, and that's all completely separate. So I'm gonna come out. Thanks, Mike. Actually, I already have a card. So they were removed. The metal sleeves. It's like a sleeve that sits down in the cup. That was removed. I really wish you would have trimmed the carpet back too, because it really doesn't make the holes play that much better, to be honest with you. Some people are saying, "Oh, it's gonna make the course play 4 shots easier." No, it didn't. Not at all.
I didn't have to back up. Yeah. But I was over on the side by the hole. 2 feet past that over on that side.
Filling out my scorecard for round number 3.
No. I was up at the top and I just almost kind of hung my head.
And those scores are correct on your screen. I am +3 for the tournament. John Wilder is even. Or no, he's actually -1. So we update that. 35, 36, -1. There we go. It's the metal sleeves are really easy to take out. You can just use like a flathead screwdriver, and it won't bend. It's so easy to take them out. The problem is the way that the carpet is underneath that. It's like, I have to show you kind of a close up. They've taken the carpet and they've cut. It's like cut and glued to the inside of the, and glued into the inside of the cup, so it still makes the cup smaller. But if you were to take it and trim it, take it and trim that carpet away, paint the cups white, it looks so much better. It looks more like a golf hole and not some metal rings stuff. It just looks shiny, but it doesn't. For playability purposes, it's terrible. Playability purposes is terrible. I don't even understand why I don't even understand why that would even get recommended. For you have silver lining metal cups. Then how does the general public gonna have fun with that? People are just gonna be lipping out every single putt. It's not fun. You want to get people want to be excited and want to make hole in ones, not hole in fives. We're going to check in with Mr. Brent Whirling.
34 again.
Yeah, that's excellent. So Brent Whirling shot a 34 again. I bet he's going to actually be pretty close to the lead with another 34. So Brent Whirling, I would say 34 in round 1 and a 34 in round 2. That might be a lead, or very close to it. Which means I am 7 shots behind him. So Ed says, please God, 17 and 18 at Hastings need new cups. So you're saying, so Pat says it actually prevents damage to the holes from the general. At least that's what the owner told me. I mean, I guess. Or whatever, or stepping on the edge of the holes. There's got to be a better solution than having the metal cup. I don't know. The mini golf course owner in Lafayette, Indiana, he said that they recommended it to him for the aesthetic purpose, and it just said, this just the visual, the shiny cups, and it made the holes pop out and stand out. He didn't say anything about it being to prevent damage. So Ed, which course are you referring to at Hastings? I only played the Pirate course. I didn't get a chance to play the adventure golf. If the with they put the post hole digger. What happens happening is they pull up the ground around the hole, and that's what creates the mound, and that's what creates that crown around the hole. So if you have a metal ring plus the crown, and the metal ring doesn't sit perfectly flush with the carpet, it's bad news. So if you're going to execute that, the metal ring has to sit below the carpet. Then there are some holes where the metal ring actually sits below the carpet, but it's too far and few between. Most of them are banged up. And when you're saying it prevents damage to the holes, but what ends up happening is the general public takes their putters and they end up hitting the metal rings and it bends them a little bit. So it actually creates a lip. So if your ball, if it's tracking in with the very last roll speed, it can actually hit that lip and it can send it away from the hole. So you don't want that happening. There's just more variables. So you have to, if you're a course owner, an operator, or general manager, go to each hole and make sure that those metal rings are sitting flush with the carpet. But that's just one more variance. I mean, if they're not sitting below the level of the carpet, it doesn't make any sense. That's just one more little thing to roll over. So rewarding accuracy and all that stuff. I mean, I get it, but I don't know. I get it, but I don't agree with it because unless you execute it perfectly, it just ends up working out unfavorably for people in the end, for the players, and it's all about playability.
You have no idea how. I don't know about Frank. I think you have no idea how hard I was rooting against 1992 Brian Johnson.
So
Actually, we watched like Tuesday. You won one of them. The other one you had to leave early.
yeah, if you're gonna do them, you have to do them perfectly. It has to be done perfect, and unfortunately, a lot of these courses, that especially here in the United States, the older courses, they weren't built with tournaments in mind. They weren't really built with the playability of the general public in mind, and you just kind of have to modify it as you go along. So Tony Varnador is finishing up hole number 2, and he made his putt for a deuce. That's excellent. And Brian Johnson and John Powell are going to be going off on hole number 1, and here they go. Hey, Brian and John, do you guys mind if I set my camera up there? And so we're going to watch Brian and John. Otherwise, my chances of winning are going to be very far and few between. So just Randy going down hole number 2. All right. Awesome. So John Powell's going to be first to play here on hole number 1. I'm just getting my camera stationed here. We're in a direct sunlight, so I apologize. Sends this ball down the lane. That looks like it's on a pretty good line. And oh my goodness. So the metal ring is gone, but there's a little lip there, and it hit the lip and it bounced it away from the hole. So that's what ends up happening is if you take the metal rings out, you leave a carpet. You leave like a little about a half of an inch of carpet around the hole, and you have to take your putter or a tool and mat all that carpet down. Otherwise, it stands up, and it really doesn't make the hole play any better, anyways. Ooh, that just barely crept on the right side. But if I were to, get my camera out here and zoom in on that hole, you will see a half-inch ring that was left, and the carpet is actually overlaid inside the hole, so it's not regulation size, anyways. So taking the rings out didn't make the course play any easier. Most people were shooting 33, 34, 35, 36 in their practice rounds anyways. There's Brian Johnson on hole 1. And that's pulled left. He missed his spot by probably a good 3 inches. And he hates himself. I hate my life. I'm just kidding. We're out here cheering for everybody. But my group, we're waiting until the players get done with hole number 2 before we tee off on hole number 1 because it's just such a a brutal hole. A 2 is a miraculous score on it. And that's pretty much because of the randomness of the bricks. If you could always get the same bounce off the brick, you could always get the ball really close. But sometimes you're going to get a crack, sometimes it's going to go left, sometimes it's going to go right. Brian Nagansha did negotiate his 2, and that's well done. We are in the direct sunlight, folks. Wish there was a way to get in the shade. There is not. We have 10 viewers watching the 2021 United States Professional Mini Golf Open. And I'm watching John Powell. I'm going to give you a little commentary on John Powell on hole number 2. Got a great kick off the first brick. The second, oh goodness. So his ball, unreal. So his ball hit something on the brick and it just popped it straight up in the air. And there's clock face. It was like, if it's like about 11 o'clock on a clock face, have these machine marks, and you just have no idea where it's going to go. Well, there's a crown around the hole, and there's another one where when they so me and John are going to be up here soon as Brian Johnson plays hole number 2. Thanks everybody for watching. Appreciate it. All right, so Brian's pretty. Oh no, Brian hit the bricks on the left. That's going to send the ball to the right of the hole. It's going to kick, and that wasn't too bad. That wasn't too bad a result. So his ball hit the bricks and it ended up there. So that's about a 6-foot putt. And that's not easy to navigate either. All right, let's get ourselves situated here on hole number 1. I'm going to grab my putter. And hopefully we can shoot a better score this time. I've come really close to making hole 1 both times. Just keep hitting them on the same line, and maybe they'll go in. I believe it is you, sir, because I bogeyed hole 16. Right. So we were just trying to figure out the playing order here. So we continue honors from round 2. Good luck, John. It's hitting well. Yeah, let's do better than this time. So he made this shot in round number 2. Sends the ball down the lane. That's looking pretty good. That's looking pretty good. And oh, unbelievable. As I'm talking about, even though the ring wasn't there, it just broke. Super unlucky. That ball was good. 98.5% of the way. Probably 90. May the odds ever be in my favor from the Hunger Games. That's on a really good line too. If it's hard enough. And I got the other side. So there you go. We both hit super close to the exact same part. The hole's crowned. I missed. This is all crowned because when you bring out, the carpet gets pulled up a little bit. You gotta pay attention to that stuff. All right, down the hill. Unfortunate. We both should have had that hole. And the last time John played this hole, it actually went out of bounds. Oh yeah, it was 2 amazing putts there. We got random carpet. 2 great putts. Thanks, John. Appreciate you watching. So last time he hit the cup and it popped and actually bounced out of bounds. This is on a better line. He got the first bounce, was really good, and he got cracked on the second bounce. So there is a perfect example from this camera angle. You could see that ball was bounding towards those bricks, and if you got a better bounce, that would have kicked straight back to the hole, and he would have had a little 12-inch tap in. But yes, twos are amazing. And Mark Chapman, Chappy, what's up, buddy? Chappers. What is up? So this is about a 2.5 foot putt. I'm actually going to run up the hill while he's figuring out what he wants to do. From my experience, that putt actually breaks to the right, and there's a big crown around the hole. So if that ball's not going dead center, it's never going in. That putt breaks to the right, just like that. That's what I'm talking about. There's a perfect. The ring's not in there, and you still lip out because it's crowned. It's ridiculous. It's very unfortunate. He had 2 good bounces there, and he got within 2 feet, and then he wasn't able to get his ball exact dead center of the hole. And even though there's no ring in there, I don't know. You just have to sometimes, you have to just accept the results and laugh about it. You just drive yourself absolutely crazy if you don't. So good luck to me. I send my ball down on the right line. Let's see what happens. Crack. Ding, ding, ding. Look at that. I got a completely different bounce than everybody else. So if you have good fortune and you get the ball close to the hole, then it works out great. And then randomness like that. So I've had a ball stop about, actually my first ball stopped about right here. My second ball ended up about right here. And now I'm over there, and you saw his putt was all the way over here. I mean, what is that? So I get to space my ball off the rail using the scorecard here. This hole might make or break the entire tournament. So I think this putt breaks a little bit to the right. See, this is all, you can't hardly see it, but this is all crowned about 6 inches outside the hole. So if this putt is not going dead center, it's never going in. And the other thing too is I have to last roll it. Otherwise I'm going to have the same putt coming back. It's really fast. Ooh. A 3 is a good score. If you come through this hole and you play this hole in +7 over 7 rounds, I feel like that's a good. I've hardly seen anybody make a 2 on that hole. I haven't checked the band golf to support that, but from the people that I've seen 4s, 5s. Everybody's making a 3. It's just crazy. You have to be so delicate. My ball was actually starting at the left lip on that putt, and it was just going so slow. It hit the crown and just snapped off 90 degrees to the right. Let me squeeze best. John, we're heading up to hole number 3. Yeah. So that was I hit that putt where you could really see the crown there. Yep. So hole number 3 is a very innocent hole, but it's another one where you just got to get the ball tracking down the right carpet line and hope that it goes in. Get my camera set up here. So that's starting on a good line. Is it going to be hard enough? It is not. That's going to end up about 3 rolls short. That was dead on line. Unfortunately, that's about 3 rolls short. That was a good try, but that was right on line. We'll tap that in for a 2. And good luck to me. You just got to hope. You got to hope you get it on the right line. So my ball should start to the right of the hole, break back to the left, and then back to the right is what I'm hoping it'll happen. Whether it does or not is up to the gods, the putting gods. One thing I don't want to do is leave it short like John did. Look at that ball snap to the left. And I left it short too. Wow. I thought I hit that plenty hard enough. I didn't want to leave it short like he did, and I did it anyways. So we're going to have to try to make those adjustments as we go along. That the carpet is starting to fluff up a little bit, and it's getting a little bit slower. I thought I hit that putt plenty hard enough to send it back to the back bricks. So thanks, John. You had good feelings for us, but unfortunately it didn't translate. Here's hole number 4. If you get the ball started on the right line with the right speed, it goes in every single time. But the problem is you only have one spot. You got one spot, and that's it. There is 0 variance on this hole as far as the ace line. Have to hit on the exact line. That was good pace. You can see he was kind of patting down the carpet there. It stands up when you take the rings out. And that's a good 2. So we both have 3s on hole 2, but deuces the rest of the way. John? Deuces every hole except hole 2, right? Okay. So I'm just catching up on my scorecard here. 2s on hole 1, 3s on hole 2. 2 good putts on 1. Bad putts on 3. Random on 2. If I can get this ball started on the right line, I'm going to try my best. So it's hard to see on your camera, but there is a carpet line. If you get this ball on this carpet line, it will actually kind of rock itself, and it needs to go over the mound right there and right there only. Like I said, the carpet's fluffing up a little bit, but the problem is you can't jam it either. You don't want to go back behind that second mound behind the hole, and it's slightly uphill. So that's the challenge of this putt. Slightly uphill, carpet's fluffing, but you can't jam it. Try to get it in that line and see. Hope it. That's on a pretty good line. I don't want to jinx it, but I made this hole twice in a row, so I've got about hole number 5. This hole is a very innocent hole. There's not much danger. We got to talk ourselves into this. We got to get ourselves back in this tournament. Okay, so this hole is start from the left side of the tee, and you're pretty much aiming at the left lip. And just there's no danger around the holes. There's no reason for you to ever leave this putt short. No reason for you to get cute with it. Just jam it in there. It's just going to go behind the hole. Those bricks are only like 24 inches behind the hole. It's not really going to go anywhere. You're just going to have a tap in for your 2. You can't push the putt. If you push the putt and it starts falling off to the right, it's never going to straighten itself out. So start from the left side of the tee, about 1 putter off, and aim at the left lip. Send her on its way. If I end up doing anything in this tournament, this hole is going to save my score so many times. Just like that. There's 3 in a row. Just get the ball started at the left lip and just give it a ride. That's 2 in a row, baby. Let's go. Thanks. Thanks, Ed. Oh, there you go. It pushes out to the right and never has a chance. Great speed. Yep. I'm talking myself through the shot. I'm giving them the information. I'm going to update the graphics on the score. We're a little bit. All right, here's hole number 7, the official hole number 7, or 6. Yeah, so he's even for the tournament. And I was +4. I'm still +3. I was I'm actually on +2 now. Because I made 2 aces in a row. Creeping on back. Good vibes. Appreciate everybody watching. It's good vibes here on hole number 7, the official hole number 7, but this is actually our hole number 6. So this hole is a random hole too, because there's no way for you to actually get the ball close to the hole with just going straight in because of this mound right here. So you have to go off the bricks, and because the bricks aren't smooth, you just don't know what you're going to get. So I got a very fortunate bounce in round 1 and made it. And I pretty much hit the same spot in round 2, and I just barely missed. So just trying to hit the bricks on the left side of the hole, or you're right. Just like that. There you go. There's 2 out of 3 on hole number 7. So I got the right bounce, right kick, and it's in. 3 in a row. Let's go, team. Let's go. I did that on round 1 too. I made holes 4, 5, and 6. He's got his ball started on the right line. Is he going to get the same kind of bounce? He did not. See, that's what I'm talking about. It's just random. We got to keep this going. I can actually make the next 2 if I hit good putts. And that's a good deuce. Creeping on up, creeping on up. Course, because we were kind of blocked by the mountain. So here's hole 8. So now we're exposed. This putt is now probably got about a 15 mile an hour breeze. This putt breaks from my left to right. And you cannot, I gotta do some housekeeping here. There's some weird, I don't know what kind of plant things these are. They don't look like they're gonna affect too much. They're very small, very thin. I'm gonna start side to left, but I don't want to be too aggressive. Though I leave this a couple rolls short. That's okay too. Track back to the right. Wow, it stayed right there. I thought I actually hit that ball right where I wanted to, and it stayed there. Oh, the green around the cup, the carpet around the cup is an absolute complete mess. Wait till I show you this. That's on a good line, but that's drifting left too. Usually that ball tips back to the right. Pretty much exact same shot. That was really weird. Maybe the carpet fluffing up and it's not taking the break as much. So that's a 2 for me. Look how terrible that carpet is around that hole. Yep. So he's trying to tap around it because it's so bad. I'm gonna zoom in on that. It's so awful. Whew, that's good too. But look what happens when you don't take care of the carpet. So I'm just gonna zoom in on to show these guys. There's a rip, and watch your hand there. I'm gonna show them. Look at where the hell is the hole? I'm standing in the way, and there we go. Where is? There it is. Look how bad that is. That's been patted down, but the carpet's actually torn. So we're heading to hole 9, where this is a good 75% chance to make an ace. And people out here, right, out, but executed. Unfortunately, that's about the best camera angle I can get. This putt is straight down. Just have to hit this putt about 1 foot, and the slope will do the rest. If you get it started on the right line, it goes in. I made an ace in round 1 and a 4 in round 2. Hopefully we can return to the glory days. Here in round 3. It's a little baby practice stroke. And you just want to tap it. That's going to miss a lot. Somehow figure out a way to get my leg through this rope So I made a 4 last time. I lost my scorecard holder and I think the bottom arse. So he hit that one. He said he'll take it. Didn't hit that one quite as well as he wanted to, but it went in. Still an ace. Excellent shot. Nice shot, sir. And heading on to hole number 10. We have both butchered this hole at some point in the tournament. We both have butchered this hole. So, hole number 10. Like, what in the heck kind of design is this? We actually play the farther hole. Yeah, it's about an 18-inch putt, John. Yep, if that, and the hill takes it the rest of the way. That's about right. If it's even an 18-inch putt, we're going to go that far. So he needs to just skim the corner of those bricks, right there. Last time he hit the bricks, and then the green slopes. He's going to take a 90-degree turn towards the hole. Oh, he pushed that out to the right. That's not going to take the slope, or is it? Mine stayed there. Oh, it did. Oh, he got so lucky. If that ball was like another inch to the right, it wasn't going to go. It wasn't going to go down the hill. But he overcompensated there for almost overcompensated there for his. That's just a 2-foot deuce putt, but for his putt on the second hole, on the second round, I mean, that's a nice two. Yeah. So that's it. He said he thought it was going to do what mine did in the first round, is I hit it a little bit too far to the right, and it didn't take that slope. If his ball was pretty much flirting with disaster the entire time. So the optimal line is to get the ball rolling right there, but you literally have about that much room, maybe 2 inches of room. Too far to the right, it doesn't take that slope. This hole to make this shot is probably a 1 in 20, if it's even that good, because of how perfect you have to be. You have to try to space your ball super close to these rocks without hitting the rocks on your backswing. That's not a good line. That actually has a chance. Oh, just missed on the top side. Ah, that's pretty close. Basing my ball out with my scorecard. And it's just a little 24-inch tap in for a 2. 2 for me. It's a good score on that hole. Okay. So we're checking the.
You made 4 and 5. Huh?
And 7. Yeah, 4, 5, and 7. I didn't make 8 though. So we're just checking our scores and getting caught up. So that should be a 2. And that should be a 1. 2-1. Yep. And
Yeah, we both made deuces.
yeah. And then you should have a 1 here. And then 2s for hole 10. 2-2 there. All right, so we're just keeping a little score keeping there on hole 10. But he's good, so it comes down to the time to turn the scores in. This hole is it's a 2. So you have to kind of rock it between those 2 channels if you want to try to even have a chance to make an ace. I am not trying to do that. I just want to make it 2 and just move on. It's too much danger on this hole. I just want to creep the ball over the the hill in the beginning of the putt and just let gravity do the rest. And I did not. Oh my goodness. All I had to do is just miss this hill, just misses that mound, and never tried this putt. I think it breaks to the left. All I had to do is just miss that, and it was going to track and be 6 inches from the hole. Let's see what happens. Woo! I guessed right, because when the ball rolls down that channel, it has a very gentle right to left slope. So I pictured that in my mind and was able to pull that deuce putt off. That was good. Yep. That was a good deuce. That was about an 8-footer. So I remembered when the ball rolls through the center of that channel, it breaks from right to left when it goes towards the hole, and it always misses the hole on the left side. So I just put that one out on outside the right lip, trusted it, and there you go. Hole number 12, which is our 11th hole. Thanks, Mr. Quiz. So this putt breaks severely from our right to left. See just how that shot the bricks, and you made a good shot. That's a good two. It's a very delicate. You can make it, but you're risking going down the hill. So if my ball goes in, it's going to be just barely last rolling in. It's going to be going from the side. It's going to be a side door shot if my ball goes in. Play from the left side of the tee. There's a signpost out there that I'm aiming at. Got to be careful with the speed. That's got a chance. Oh, just rolled over the edge. Oh. Yeah, that ball needed to be tipping in the side. And I missed that by. So this putt breaks from right to left. And this little speed bump that's in the middle of the hole here, or as you know, closer to the edge of the hole, that throws the ball to the left. 1 second while I get the camera set up and situated here. So you want to get the ball going over the mound at the edge towards the rail, and then that will send the ball to the left and it'll track it towards the hole. Yeah, he's sending his ball on a better line this time. That's got a good chance. Oh, it stayed to the right. Usually that ball will track back to the left and go in. That was a little bit unfortunate. He actually hit that ball exactly where he wanted to. A little 18-inch deuce putt. And navigates that one in just fine. That was a little unfortunate. I know he hit the exact line that he was trying to hit there. And the ball just didn't track back to the left. That little rough patch you see on there, it is possible if you just barely touch that rough patch that it can send the ball back a little bit to the left. I almost did it in round 2. I almost made it that way. It just caught the lip and didn't go in. So that's what I'm aiming for, that little corner over there, and hope that I hit the ball, start the ball in the right line. Nope, that's going left, and that needs to slow down. Okay, so that ball's really snapping left now. I needed to start my ball farther left on the tee. This shouldn't be too bad. Perfectly straight in. I've had that one a few times. You saw I actually got my ball started on the right line, but the carpet fluff is just taking it, snapping it to the left now. So players are going to have to try to figure out and make that adjustment. Or I'm forgetting about all that. And I wasn't even watching it. That must have went behind the hole and stopped. Look at that. That is unbelievable. I wasn't even sure what happened there. That is so unlucky. That ball's like 1 inch from the hole. I was messing with the graphic there. Can you explain what happened? Did you go behind the hole? And
Yeah.
so he went behind the hole, and once again, there's the crown for you. If that's not crowned, that's not crowned. That was dead. That was dead center, and that's the reason why this hole doesn't play great, because it's crowned. Otherwise, you should be able to just go right behind the hole and just rock it behind the channel, but it doesn't go in. I didn't actually get to witness that. I'll have to watch the replay. And that looked really brutal. When I looked back and I heard, oh, and I'm like, what? Literally. My ball didn't go over at all. Two for me. So unlucky. Both of us have gotten so unlucky this round. This one you bounce down 2 steps and there's a backstop behind the hole. It's so hard for it to get to line up, and there's a crown around the hole in this one as well. It's really hard to last roll it in. So John is even. Now he's actually back to -1 for the event, I believe. And I am +1. Oh, we got it. Nailed it. Awesome. Great shot. I had been playing his backdoor, but I think I'm just going to try it in the front. I'm not sure what he did there. No, I'm just going to play the backdoor shot because I don't want to leave this 3 feet short. Either way, it's a 1 in 10 shot. That has a chance. Too high up. It's just going to bake across the face. Yep. That's a fraction too high up. It's crowned. The ball would go in every time if it wasn't crowned. There you go. He got his 10%er, and I barely missed. So we're gonna head on hole 16 through the water stream. John made a miraculous 2 on this hole last time. He got caught behind this little mound, but he just had enough space to just barely squeeze it by, and he trickled it in. All right, so he hit his first putt way too hard. Let's see if he figures out, that's going to be soft. Going to bump it. Okay, got a little tiny bump there. You can see how severely that putt breaks from left to right. So John is actually -2 for the event. Yep. All right, so that's a 3 for John. I'm going to try to do better. My putt was pretty much like his with my second round putt. It was well short. You want to get the ball just anywhere within 2 or 3 feet of the hole on the right side of it. There's so much wind. I hit that brick. Oh, look at that! I got a little bonus out there. There's a little hill here, but there's so much wind blowing this way that it's just exaggerating it. I'm not sure what this one does. I haven't had this putt yet. That was dead straight. When in doubt, hit him straight. Straight and true. All right, that's a good 2 for me. I made a 3 on that hole last time. I can post a decent score. Okay, hole number 17, which is our hole 16. That's a great camera angle there. So the object, you could either go off of either one of these 2 rocks, but they're not smooth. Of course, right? Try to hit this rock up here, kick it this way, but the hole's crowned. So if it doesn't go dead center, it's not going in. Never lips in. So I'm starting from the left side of the tee, and I'm trying to go through the channel on the left. Maybe. So there you go. There's random random brick bounce. Sometimes the hole's crowned. And he missed the rock. So there's a fine line in between those 2 humps, and if you hit the perfect shot, you can miss the rock. And this is not an easy putt. I actually missed this putt earlier today. This putt breaks to the right. Good putt. He hit it harder. I tried to trickle it last time, and it broke to the right. And sometimes you got to give it a little bit of pace, but you are risking. You are risky, risky. So he was saying that in practice he never missed that rock, but he's missed it 2 times in a row. So we're trying to squeeze our camera and tripod through here. Sorry about that. This is hole number 18, which is our 17th hole. Sorry, I don't have enough time to like go through and explain every single thing to you guys like I normally do. But this is tournament setting, so we got to keep pace of play. That's going to be a pretty good vantage point, best I can get. All right, so there's a big, huge ridge in the middle of the putt that I have to navigate. This giant slope here. It's about, it's not giant. I guess it's about 12 inches tall, and the hole sits in between those mounds. The randomness comes from you just don't know what's going to happen once it goes up the carpet line. You can hit the same spot 10 times in a row and get 10 different results. Last time my ball was tracking dead center of the hole, and then the crown got me and it missed off to the right. Trying to get myself a good stance. Stick in the way. I'm aiming outside the right of the hole. Just trying to get a good pace. You don't want to hit it too hard and ram it by the hole either. That was just not hard enough. I knew when I hit it that it was just not going to be hard enough, but a 2 is a great score on this hole. Just didn't hit it hard enough. It was online again. Don't know if it was going to go in. It's one thing you're like, man, that was right on line. It's like, oh, that's going to go left. That was good speed though. You can see those 2 mounds there. That ball could have just kept trickling and rolling out. That one's not in. I believe that's a left center putt. Sorry that he's right in the way. You should be able to see the hole though. And he navigates that one just fine. I'm going to go down the hill, down the steps. And this is our final hole for round 3. So well done. I gotta get through this one. Got to make sure we hit it hard enough. It's just very super speed sensitive because you hit it too hard, and then the ball's going to bounce off the bricks and it's going to just go anywhere. Hit it too soft and it never has a chance to go into the hole. It can either go straight in the front door or completely random kick. Oh my goodness, it's hard not to get frustrated with stuff like that. I hit that ball in pretty much the exact spot I wanted to, and it's like that ball has potential. You have no idea what's going to happen with it. And that ball's going to go straight in again. That's two out of 3 times he's made that front door like that and just slammed it in the middle of the cup. Fantastic shot. 2 for 3 on hole 19, sir. Well done. Well done. That was brings him back to 1 under par for this round and 2 under par for the event. And I shot a 30 for that game. Arcades now open up. We have some Gen Pub, as I want to call them, general public. Sorry about the camera angle here. There's our score. Thanks, Oxygen. Appreciate it. Yeah, you can go dead center on that hole, John. But again, if that's not dead center, it never goes in on hole 19. Then if you can get a good kick off the brick, you can make it. But it's just you're just at the mercy of whether it's dead center or not, or whether you get a good kick. So he's actually made hole 19, which is our hole 18, 2 times in a row, or 2 out of 3 times. 35 for you.
All bushes on the back.
You for me? Yep.
10 times 5 is 20. 34. 16, 14, 35, 34. Good job. Good hang on.
So let's check. We're just checking the.
Close one. What happened?
Wait. I have 3 aces. 3 aces and a bogey is.
It's 20 and a 19.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah, so the first round we didn't do that.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
that's
see.
if they were-
Okay. Okay. Okay.
So 16, 14, and 19, 20. Actually, the par is 20 on the back.
Gotcha. It's still 34 though.
Yeah, the
Okay.
close you off with that.
35 and 34.
Mine's a total.
Yep. Sounds good. I'm gonna sign mine. I'm gonna sign yours.
16, right? 16, 19, 20,
Gotcha.
35, 34, 20, 14 is 34.
Got it. Cool. I understand now. So we have the
Yeah.
front 8 in the back 10 instead of because we have we're missing hole 6, so it just makes it easier.
Normally not adding, we're doing subtracting ones and threes.
Yeah, yeah. So we have to add. Yeah, it's just a little bit of a challenge, but we're working through it. Okay, so I'm gonna take the headset off for a second. We're gonna leave the stream on. All right, so I'm back, and when I look at the website now, this is the first time seeing the scores after round 2. I knew Brent Whirling would be really, really close to being in the lead. He's actually in the lead, or tied for the lead with Matt Mail and Gary Hester. That's awesome. I came back with a 34 there in round 3, so that hopefully that helps out a little bit. Some of the round 3 scores haven't been. We have to update the internet yet, so there's going to be a few scores that are going to populate here. And update the internet suite. There we go. Or wait till, there you go. Press OK there. Awesome. Awesome. So I was in 20th, and with that 34, I moved up to 14th. So I moved up 6 spots with that 34. We have some other players that are already in. So Brian Johnson shot 34, 35, and he shot a 33 in round 3. That's an excellent, he's at a 34 average right now. And then Rainey's at 34, 35, 35. Is at 104 total. John Wilder's at 35, 36, 35 at 106. So those look like the 3, 107 at Tony Varnador. So those look like the 3 leaders right now as we're going to wait for other people to come in. On Twitch. So John's asking me where I'm at live. It's on Twitch. So it switches. You can either look at your desktop or on your mobile phone. You can go to just download the app on the Play or I. In, oh, outside. Oh, okay, there we go. Awesome. Thank you. Let's grab a thanks to Chris for providing water for the players. It's getting pretty toasty out here. Excuse me. I'm going to bring the camera over here to the tables and just kind of give you guys a little Maria. I'm going to sit at this little tabletop. Talk to you guys. Sit down, take a break. Something like that. So now you guys want me to be able to go out onto the course and do some stuff while I wait. I got to take a break too. I got to relax. It's getting hot out here. We're sweaty. Like this headset that I have on it's got this big vinyl earpiece, so I'm gonna literally wipe the sweat off my ear. So just give me a second. Okay, so the tournament in the beginning when we first got here, I got here on Wednesday morning about 11 a.m. to the course. The players were trying to get the course owner to make some changes, like taking the metal rings out and whatnot, and he was on board with that. It seemed like Rainey, so just give some special shout outs to Rainey there on getting him to agree to taking the metal rings out, even though it's not really changing the score. So one of the players, especially like David, who's from the the ring. You see the best score on the course is I think 30. I don't know if anybody shot a 32 yet. I think 33 might be the best score. So I haven't had a chance to look at the website. So 33 is the best score on the course. There are lots of aces out there if you can hit the perfect putt, but you can see it's really good. You have one back on hole 2, pretty much guaranteed. So it really puts a premium on making 3 or 4 aces. So throughout the week, there's been some challenges and issues. And yesterday I was able to arrange a meeting with the course owner to give my input and my vision on it. And he was very receptive of that and very reasonable in talking to me. And he listened to what I had to say. And I gave some input from some of the players, but there was a couple things where we were going to do a shotgun start. And if we did a shotgun start, I doubt we'd even be through round. We might be starting round 2 right now. So the fact that we're already about halfway through round 3 has really sped things up. He's doing a lot of but he couldn't afford to keep the course closed until 3 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon today. So it just worked out better this way. We start at 8 a.m., get an earlier part of the day, and get people around. It's starting to get really hot now. It's starting to get really humid. The wind is up a little bit, so that's kind of helping, but there's no shade out there. So you're out in the direct sunlight the entire time, and it's getting pretty brutal. So we got him changed. I was able to convince him to do a running start, which everybody starts on hole number 1 instead of the shotgun start. So that worked out really good. And then also we were going to repair after every other round. It's just going to take too long. So we're just doing 4 consecutive rounds. So after I'm through round 3. So after my next round, I'm done for the day. And 100% for sure. Well, I shouldn't say 100% sure, but I would say 95% that putting out here in the afternoon is pretty much useless because we're going to be starting at 8 o'clock in the morning tomorrow morning for the final 3 rounds. So by this time tomorrow morning, we're going to be done and we're going to have a champion crowned. So what's the point of coming out here at 2 or 3 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon when the shots, they're not completely different, but they're quite different in the morning. The ball's really rolling out in the morning, and then it just slows down once the sun pops up and the sun clears the building. The carpet gets really slow. Excuse me. 1 second here while I check stream. So let's do some. This is a Blue Parrot. This is my headset that I use. I'm a semi-truck driver. I believe this is the Blue Parrot B450 450 Plus. The quality and the clarity of it's excellent. It has very good noise cancellation as far as the wind and whatnot is concerned. It's just bulky. I tried using a different headset, the I believe it's the C400 XT, but it just, for whatever reason, Streamlabs couldn't detect it. So we'll keep the camera pointed out there, and you can see Chris working on the Bond Golf, and of course also he was a super fast learner, and I was able to teach him how to use the Bond Golf software in like 10 minutes. So thanks to him. Really appreciate him taking his time, even though he's super busy. So it's getting kind of loud in here, and I apologize for the noise. I just want to take a break and sit down and get in the air conditioning because, like I said, it's getting pretty hot outside. But putt, and the thing is, players are just hitting their shots, and they're just waiting for the ball to roll down the hole, and they're just waiting to watch the entirety of the rollout. So there's Brian Johnson, and yeah, I made a 3 on hole 2, and I aced 3 in a row again. I made 4, 5, and 6, or R4, 5, and 6. I did that in round 1 as well, and then this time I was able to hold it down the rest of the way. So we're just talking to Brian Johnson. I'm really super happy for Brett so far. I'm not sure how he's doing here in round 3. That's amazing, and it looks like as far as in the clubhouse lead, you were either right there in the lead through round 3, or
Hester shot a 34, so I'm tied with him.
Okay.
Lead right now.
Okay, so Brian's saying right now, as far as what the scores are updated, he's tied with Gary Hester for the clubhouse lead. So we'll see what happens with Brent and Matt Mayle, and I think Rainey was 1 shot behind. So there's Matt Mayle.
Rainey
Or 2 shots behind.
had a 35 that round, so he's 3 behind me and Hester right
Okay, so he's saying that Rainey
maybe 2.
either 2 or 3 behind. So it seems like it's Brian Johnson, Gary Hester, Rainey Statham, Brent Whirling, Matt Mails right there on your screen now, taking pictures of the scoreboard. When he can just look that up on his phone and go to the website. So I don't know why he's taking a picture of something. He can just website, but that's what we're used to, right?
It's a new thing,
Yeah, so we're used to. Yes, that's what people are used to, taking pictures of screens when you can just,
Old habits
you
die
know.
hard when you've done it for so many years.
Yeah. So yeah, just to me, it's like I'm flexible. Saying go, not sure who is. Not sure who you're referring to. So every 5 minutes in the chat, there's a link that's populated to give you guys an opportunity to click on that link and look at usaminigolfresults.com, which is a website that I created. I'm sorry that the website is like super basic as far as if you don't click on the link and you try to navigate throughout the rest of the site. I don't know how to do HTML code. I don't feel like paying anybody for it. So one day I'll. Yeah, just click on the other link for the results and scores updates. I appreciate everybody watching. It's been a increasingly better tournament as we've gone along, and it's gotten smoother and smoother and smoother. So I think once we've ironed out some of the kinks, and the course owner kind of saw what my vision was and what was all going to try to flow, the bound worked, and fight technology. Okay, so Gary Hester is coach. Okay, cool. So once these guys stopped fighting the technology and let the technology make their lives easier, it's just gotten a lot smoother. So thanks again. Special thanks to Gunnar Bengtsson from Sweden, and also Lars I'm not sure how to pronounce his last name. So Martin just sent me a Facebook chat saying to give him a shout if he wants some basic website. So I appreciate any of the help that I can get. Yeah, like I said, just taking a break and a breather between round 3 and 4. I shot a nice round there with a 34. Unfortunately, that 39 really set me back. So, with two 36s and a 34, I'm in there at 106, and I'm going to walk over and take away that 39. If that 39 turns into a 36, I'm at 104, and I'm just 2 shots off the pace. So, right now I look like I am 7 shots off the pace, depending on what Brent and Matt. I saw Matt standing in here, so I'm not sure what he did. Let's take a look at his scorecard. I'm just gonna. So Tim Talley and Danny Baddeley. Gary Hester. Oh, that's right. Matt is going off, I think, last or something like that because he had a flat tire earlier. So depending on what Brent does, which he should be coming off of hole number 18, hole number 19, which is our hole 18. He's following the net block. So, okay, so John, I'm not sure what happened or if there were updates that made it a little bit easier. I was fortunate enough that Gunnar and Lars, the creator of the software, worked with me. They just, I don't know. I appreciate them doing it as being super helpful. Gunnar spent probably about 2 hours of time with me, just basically chatting through Facebook Messenger and helping me understand what to do and how the software, the program, the software is written in BASIC, Open 4GL. That I just know that just from memory. I don't know really anything about it, but then what happens is when you input the scores and the data, that translates that into HTML code, and then that HTML code gets uploaded via FTP access. So the key was to have a website that had an FTP upload client, and that was the key. Upload access for 4 years. It was less than $50. I said, what the hell? That's such a cheap investment, and let's get this thing working. So once I got that set up, I tried to do a free FTP client with like infinity free. But you know what? I was like, as this is a free client, and maybe it is reliable, but I don't know. I just felt like it was such a small price to pay for peace of mind. So I think that was the key, was understanding how that worked, understanding that you had a server name, a server username, a password, how to point the Bangolf software to the right web. 2 hours of instruction, and I took off from there. I spent about 30 days just creating fake tournaments and mastering it, and I was able to teach the course owner here how to do it in like 15 minutes, and he picked it up right away. And now when players come through, he's literally taking pretty much less than 30 seconds per player to input the scores and then update the internet. And it's basically the entire process of a group coming in, him inputting the scores, updating the internet, waiting for the Bangolf software to update the internet, and then refreshing the web page here is a process that's taking like maybe 3 minutes total now. So in the past, we had to wait 8 hours. You had to wait through the entirety of this event, maybe not quite 8 hours, but in the past, everybody's out here playing, and we have cell phones and smartphones and everything, but you would have had to like try to text somebody who's out here playing, and you're taking that person's concentration away from the event because now they have to try to answer you, and they don't want to be bothered by that. But that's the only way you can really get score updates, is you try to catch somebody in between rounds, and then when they're in between rounds, you're like, hey, there's Vanette coming, and you're like, hey, Vanette, what's going on? Like, what's the scores? And you got to hope that that person's nice enough to, to tell you and take the time out of their tournament. I know I don't want to be bothered with that. Hey, Frank, what's the scores? I'm just like, you just got to wait till it's over. I don't want to be concentrating on trying to tell you guys the scores and watching the scoreboard and trying to take pictures every round and all this stuff. But that's the way it was done in the past. And then you'd have to wait for the entirety of the over. So it could be 4, 5, and 8 hours, depending on where you're at. Then how long the day, and then you would take a picture of a scoreboard that either was really legible or not, or a picture of a piece of paper that was taped to a window, and you got glare and all this other stuff, and now you can get the information and you can get it like every 3 minutes. So we made a massive improvement pretty much overnight from, multiple hours to like every 3 minutes, every 3 to 5 minutes. So here's Chris. He's going to catch up with the scores right now and he's going to input and then he's going to update the internet. So, in the next 5 minutes, you're going to have some more updated scores. But he's a very busy person. He's out here talking with Ted Detweiler, who is part of the Uspmga. Okay, so John, I haven't learned. I haven't learned how to do the pairings part yet. I just wanted to get the basics down for this. So there's a couple of different things. Now there's it's called BAMS. It's like Bangolf Arena mobile scorecards. So the as far as what I've gathered from Lars and Gunnar is that we'll be able to use our mobile phone. As far as I know, that's already being used for the mobile scorecards. We're just taking the baby steps. I just wanted to make sure this works first. Like at the MSOP, you had tablets and they used Blue Golf, and we had a referee following every group, and the referee would confirm our scores after every hole, and then they would input the information on their tablet, and that would get sent to Blue Golf, and that would be updated in real time. So Oxygen, I think we all have a vision, and I hope we can put our heads together and come to maybe we can form a committee of some kind or get the WMF involved and we can have some kind of a committee from around the world and we can get people, everybody on the same page. The USA is just light years behind the rest of the world when it comes to organization, the rule set, the randomness, the rule changes, and just 2 hours ago is going to be this rule, 2 hours later it's that rule, the courses we're playing on. Just trying to take the randomness out of it, and just trying to make it just transparent, easy for everybody to understand. It's so confusing. It's so confusing. Like I said, the earlier in the week, the course owner had his own rule set that he wanted to apply. Okay, and that's great, and that works great if you're a local golf course and you have local rules, like on a PGA Tour, and or out there in a European Tour, you have the European Tour rule set, and then you have local golf course rules, right? It might be like a white fence next to a house is out of bounds, or it could be like a water hazard or like a bunker, sandy. You can have some local rules because every course is designed differently, but the course owner wanted to have his own rule set altogether, kind of like what Bob does. So Bob Detweiler, so he wants to have his own. He preaches to us that he wants to be like the PGA Tour and he wants to have WMF rule set, but then he just makes rules. I'm a favorite. You might not have to be objective to all the players, and that's really what's holding us back from getting some of the guys that used to play in the Putt Putt Association to come over here and play because they think it's goofy. And in a way, they're right. I hate to admit that, but in a way, they're right because they're so used to having the putt-putt rule set and everybody's clear and concise and how you space your ball from the rail and how you space your ball from the obstacles, and everybody knows what the rulings are. I mean, there's going to be some, far and few between, some very special circumstances, but it's just whatever time of the day. If you catch them in a good mood, great. Don't catch them in a good mood, not just what I like doing at that moment in time. It's not fair. So recently he's been, trying to get some of the players involved and having small committees, but he still undermines everybody in the end. So he's trying to take the steps of having a committee, but then he just undermines everybody anyways. So John says, let's talk sometime about standardization of rules. Have been a judge at the WAGM, set up T-lines. There is a process that can encompass local rules and course issues, and he can share what he's experienced. And I really appreciate that, John. We just need clarity. We need clarity. Everything needs to be clear and concise. Players see a rule set. It needs to be posted online before the tournament starts, at least a minimum of a day in advance. It needs to be posted on sheets on Windows, online. Players need to have access. The committee needs to get together and have that ironed out before the event happens. You can't just fly by the seat of our pants anymore and just see what happens. Round one, it's this, but then round three, it's that. And then, it's not fair for these people. It is fair for these people. For some people, it's not. We got to change that. We got to change this. That's not the future. That's not the future. So there's Brent Whirling, who was doing really good through rounds 1 and 2. And Harry Sykes. Yeah, so John says, agree that the organizer needs to be aligned. That if they switch rules and overrule, there isn't much you can do. And Oxygen says, agree with having a set on universal rules. Then before local tournaments, you have a course rules. Okay, that makes sense. I think that's pretty much very clear and concise. Courses, you might have pipes or obstacles out there that there might be like little ledges or something you might get stuck on, and there's special rulings for the spacing, or you don't want to give anybody an unfair advantage, so you might have to come straight back from an obstacle, whereas normally you might be able to you just can't clear your line of sight. So they try to make it clear, and you have a committee of players and the tour director go out there before the events, and you have them go out there and everybody talks about it. Tour me. Everybody understood exactly what was going to happen. The only thing that got changed was we were going to repair every two rounds. It's just going to take too long. So what was going to end up happening was Rainey Statham and Tony Varnador were going to come off after round 2, and then they were going to have to sit around and wait for an hour for the tee off, and then try to repair everybody and all that stuff. And it was just, they might have to wait up to 90 minutes for their round 3. So now we got the flow of this event going, and it's 12:04. I'm about to be starting. Rainey and Tony are walking up the steps to go to their round 4, hole 1. So I'll be up here in 10 minutes, and I'll be able to go my round 4, and I should be done by around 1 p.m. and done for the day. And we're not going to wait until 4 or 5 p.m. to get the updates in the score. By 2 o'clock this afternoon, you will have the entire field and all the scores updated. You will have all of that, access right at your fingertips. You'll know exactly where everybody stands. You can cheer for your favorite players. You can, whatever you need to do. You can see all the tournament info. You can click on each name. I don't think it populates the statistics for each lane until the tournament's over, which would make sense. I went and grabbed my scorecard for round number 4. And I'm hoping to shoot another 34, or maybe go lower than that. And I've shown flashes. I've made holes 4, 5, and 6. 2 out of the 3 times. Yeah, we need not to bounce around too much, but we need clarity. I'm going to go back and read your comment there, John, in a second as I fill out my scorecard for round number 4. Okay, so John says, short version for the WAGM. Tee lines and general rules are known before. A couple of days before, a representative from each team walks the course and recommends rule changes that the tournament organizer considers. Rules get locked in after that walkthrough before the tournament starts. That is exactly what happened when I went to Planet Hastings in 2019. That is the exact thing that happened. I showed up on the tournament was on Saturday and Sunday. I showed up there on Tuesday, and on Tuesday, I'm trying to remember who it was. I think it was Scott Lansley, and I think it was Lansley, and oh my God, I can't even. How can I forget his name now? It was oh goodness. I'm sorry if I can't remember. I can't remember who the other person was that was out there on Tuesday and Wednesday, and they had their template for the teeing area. They already had that out there. Unfortunately, it rained and they had to redo it, but they already had the teeing area out there with the little wooden template. They chalk lined it around. They were already going through the course, and they were already starting to discuss 3 days in advance. What happens like on the Pirate course. What happens on hole hole 11. So you hit the ball up the ramp into the Pirate Skull, and then it drops down in that wooden box, and it comes out of that chute. So what happens if it got stuck in the box? Where do you place the ball? It ended up being like 8 inches, I believe. My memory is right. It was like 8 inches outside the pipe, and that's where you putted your deuce. Sean, it could have been Sean. There was another person. I just can't remember his name. I definitely remember Lansley, and there was another person, and I can't. I'm feeling so bad about it because he's a Cleveland Browns NFL fan. Maybe that is Scott. I'm sorry, I can't remember your name. He's a Cleveland Browns fan, and he wears the Cleveland Browns stuff. And I'm actually from Cleveland, Ohio, and it was so cool that somebody from across the pond. Somebody from across the pond was a Cleveland Browns fan. So Steve Lovell showed up a couple days after that. So it wasn't Steve. But anyways, so here it is on Wednesday, and there's already guys out there discussing what's going to happen on hole 11 on the Pirate course. Where do you place the ball? What happens if your ball gets stuck in the pipe on hole 15, which actually happened to me in the first round? What happens when your ball gets stuck in the pipe on 15 because it dropped down? And I don't think I was using the heavy glass ball on that one. Yeah, I tried to use the heavy glass ball in the beginning, but it was getting stuck in the pipe. But then I went to the regular Chromax golf ball, and then my ball got stuck in the pipe anyways. So I had to space it out. But I already knew it was clear and concise before tournaments. The players who were part of the committee, that's another thing that I liked, was the players that were part of the committee. They were identified before the tournament started. So you knew you had kind of like referees out there. You knew who it was that you can go and talk to, and they were spaced. They were spaced out along the course. So no matter where you were at, you had access to somebody, and you could ask for a ruling. And we had a couple times where we had to say, hey, so and so, we need a ruling, and there was always somebody available. I think there were like either believe there were 4 or 5 people on the committee. You had like Will Donnelly, I believe his last name is. So you had like Will Donnelly, and then Steve, and Scott, and I'm blanking out on a couple of the other guys. So they were spaced out, and you could put it anybody. Carsten Hein from Germany. I met up with him on late Tuesday afternoon, and he took me around the course. And thank God they had a rubber face putter inside the clubhouse there that somebody had left from a previous year, even though the face was literally the face of the the rubber was literally like peeling away from the face the entire time, and I didn't notice it until like round 7. Um, 5 inches too long for me. And we're gonna come over here, and I was using a putter that was 5 inches long to me. I've never used a European style mini golf balls before. I just had to go out there and figure it out. But if I didn't have in that respect, you know, I would have been out there smacking the ball with a regular house putter and regular house balls. So we're over here in hole 1. We're going to watch John Powell clean up his 2. I am not using a rubber face today. I'm not sure we're allowed to use a rubber face putter. If we were, I would definitely buy one. That's a nice 2 by John. I am using a Cleveland. This is a Cleveland Frontline Elevado. I'm not sure if you're going to be able to read that. It's a very small Malatine putter. It's face balanced. But no, if I could use a rubber face putter, I absolutely would be using a rubber face putter. I believe the rubber face putters are far superior to the metal standard putters because the entire face is a sweet spot. As long as that, it seems like as long as that rubber is glued on there properly, and you have the right, you have the right rubber face, and there's no, you don't have to worry about the sweet spot. You hit it anywhere in the face, as long as you hit it straight, you get a super consistent rollout. So I'm actually, brutal. Yeah. So we're gonna be, try to. So John's,
About between 6th and 10th.
Okay, so John thinks we're somewhere. I haven't looked at the scores recently. Are the scores starting to creep up a little bit, or?
A couple people came down that round.
Okay. So he said that a couple people came back to us. I haven't looked at the scores at all. So you guys can click on those links and look at the scores yourself. I'm just trying to talk to you guys about my experience and my vision, and I hope some of you guys are like-minded. I hope you like what I'm doing. I know that I'm really rough around the edges. I have no formal training or no, really no experience doing this stuff as far as the streaming is concerned. I'm trying to watch Brian Johnson hit his putt on hole number 2. That is, oh my God, it lipped in. Fantastic. Okay, that was wow. Yeah, exactly. That was a wow. It lipped in. So I don't have any experience like with websites or any of this stuff, but I'm computer literate and I'm tech savvy. To me, it's just applying my skills to what I'm being taught and learning how to do it on the fly. And I'm a perfectionist in regular life. That's got a good chance. And John Powell, trying to watch him hole number 2. I'm a perfectionist and I expect a lot out of myself and I expect a lot of what I do. So anything I put in, anything that I'm going to put effort into and invest time and money, I'm going to give you max effort every time. So always know that I'm always going to try my best. And I'm open and receptive to feedback. Yes, this time it lipped in. We have been all over this hole the first 3 rounds. That's a great shot by Mr. Wilder. It's a great start. We have been all over this hole. And I believe that's the second time he's made it. And both of us have pretty much, I didn't hit a very good putt the first time, but the second 2 times I've touched the lips here. So let's see what happens at break. And see if we can get started here on hole 1. Is that going to be hard enough? It is not. It is not. That's the thing. I've been sitting down and trying to relax. Come up 6 inches short. All right, that's a 2. Definitely don't want to start out with a 3 on that hole because you're probably going to make a 3 on hole number 2 unless you get a very fortunate bounce. So we're gonna grab the camera and head on down to the base of the hill here on hole number 2. Be conscious of the players and conscious of the situation. Texas tour, Southwest tour. So Sean's going to send his ball down the lane. That should be all right. Let's see if he gets a favorable bounce. Bounce number 1. Oh boy. Is it going to stay there? It's going to creep back just a little bit. That's going to be a good solid 6 feet for a 2. Random bounce off the bricks. Just don't know what's going to happen. I haven't had zero luck whatsoever with the bounce off the brick, even though I've hit my spot all 3 times so far. I've gotten 3 completely random bounces. There's no way to control it. This is a 100-foot putt straight down the hill. If the bricks were smooth, it'd be amazing. You could always get the ball close to the hole. All right, see if you can navigate. Nope, that was a miss to the left. You thought it broke to the right. It does not. Not from that angle. But there's a crown around the hole. All right, so I've made a 4, a 3, and a 3. I'm all the way at the top of the hill. And just smack it down there. Hope you don't hit the bricks on the left, and hope something good happens. I'm not sure I hit that hard enough. Crack. Crack. two cracks, and I've got a 5-footer. That's going to be straight back into that crown. So you could out, doesn't even matter. You just got to get the ball going dead center of the hole. Creeping in, creeping in. Number 3. I am now 5 over par on that hole. Hey, that's what it is. If I just keep making bogeys on that hole every time, I mean, I'm not really, I don't know what the score update is, but apparently I'm not losing too much of the field. Let me grab my towel here. I'm not even losing shots of the field, so just keep making bogeys and whatever. It's just everybody's gonna get bogeys on that hole. Oops. Sorry about that. We're with John Powell on hole number 5. So it's labeled hole number 5, but it's actually our hole number. Well, I guess it is hole number 5. Once we get past hole number 6, that's when it gets confusing. Okay. The bricks. I saw a little bit of that chat. The bricks don't allow you to use European style mini golf balls. That's going to be short. That's way short. That's woefully short. That is woefully short. The thing is that these bricks aren't smooth. There's machine marks, and there's little waves. Good deuce there. And there's no way for you to predict it. If these bricks are smooth, everybody would be shooting 30s or better. I have missed this hole to the left all 3 times, even though I started the ball on the right line. And try to play it out a little bit farther right. It's got to hit it hard enough to get to the hole. Is it going to break back to the left? Nope. Stayed right there. My ball snapped left 3 times in a row, and that time it stayed there. And space my ball to the rail. Sorry about all the water and stuff. It's just getting really hot out here. Ball at the end of the scorecard, and it's just a little 18-inch putt. Got to be careful with all these putts. Everything needs to be hit pure and online. Everything needs to be hit pure and online. So I both made a 2 there in hole number 3. Heading to hole number 4. Sorry, I'm not able to read the chat right away. I see some good chat in here, and I want to make sure interaction with everybody. The hill. Oh my goodness, yeah, it's getting so slow out here. So slow. The putt is uphill. That's a good two. Yeah, the putt is uphill, and the carpet's getting fluffy. So that's two holes in a row where he's come up a little bit short. Yeah. So you said he thinks the carpet's fluffing up a little bit. I think that's a understatement. It's a little bit more than a little bit. So he made an ace on hole one. I made a two. We both made threes on hole two. Twos on hole three. He's made a two on hole four. All right, I've made this putt 2 out of 3 times now. And the other one, somehow I left it on top of that little mound in front of the hole. I just got to hit it just a little bit harder. Just a little bit harder. Just a little bit harder. All right, here we go. Get the ball started on the right line, and it goes in. Nope, that's going left. It's good speed. I didn't get the ball started on the right line. Ooh. Wow, that ball snapped left at the end and almost slipped out. Guess I got lucky that there was no metal ring in that one, because if there was a metal ring in there, that ball would not have gone in. All right, my favorite hole on the course so far, hole number 5. I've made this putt 3 times in a row, rounds 1, 2, and 3. Just a little 18-inch tap in. Sorry about the camera angle. Maybe you can see his ball hung out to the left. I made it 3 times in a row. Can we make it 4 for 4? I'm not going to win the tournament. At least I got to be good at something, right? I got to be, hey, look at the lane statistics. Wow, really? Frank made an ace on hole 5 every single time? How did he do it? Left lip, what I'm aiming at. Oh, wow. I must have just barely fractionally pushed that out to the right. No. Thought that was a good shot. Oh, I thought that was a good shot. That's a 2. Boo. Boo. I thought I had a good putt. I watched this hang on the left. Thought I had a good putt. No. Oh, well. Keep hitting good ones. All right. I'll have to go back and catch up with the chat. So John is on hole number 6. Because we are not playing hole number 6, so this is actually hole number 7 for the good bounce. No. Random bounce. He says he hit it way too hard. And he's got a little 24-inch putt for a 2. That's good too. I've gotten, knock on wood, a little lucky on this hole a couple times now. I thought I made the last one. If I keep hitting putts like that the rest of this round, I'm gonna have a good score. Oh, he's got a little unlucky with the kick there. Little unlucky with the kick. That's the machine. I got machined. That's a 2 for me. All right, we gotta make up that bogey on hole number 2, and we are on our way. There, and it guards it. There's really no way for you to go straight at it. You can try to bump it off. There's a little hill on the left side of the hole you can try to bump it off of, but it's yeah, not a great hole. Oh my goodness, this carpet is completely trashed. Where's the hole at? That hole is completely trashed now. Completely trashed. Sorry about that. There we go. This putt breaks from left to right. We've been all over it every time. Okay, that's frustrating. That ball went over the dead center of the hole, but because the freaking carpet is lifted up, it literally jumped over the hole. We have to fix that. That's really that. I'm trying hard to bite my tongue on this one. That was ridiculous. He got completely robbed. Oh my God. That ball was going 100% dead center, and it just jumped. That much of a carpet lip. But that ball literally just went whoop. Should have been. I tried to show you guys last round just how crazy it was, and oh my God, that is super frustrating. I feel for him because that was a perfect putt. That was 100% dead center. So, good luck to me. I bought us and break back to the right. Oh, I feel for Jan. That was a perfect putt. 2 for me. That's the great Bob Detweiler would say. Everybody has to deal with it. Shouldn't be there in the first place. Shouldn't be there in the first place. Tired of using that excuse. I'm frustrated for John. I'm tired of that being the excuse. Everybody has to deal with it. That shouldn't even have been a possibility. Oh man, that was awful. All right, let me get here. Oh, just missed it. I've been trying to go through the front, not using. Got name on the bank. It's a good putt. Call. You have to be able to adapt. Very, very good. Very good too. I've made this once. That looks pretty good. That looks pretty good. If you get the putt on the right line, that should go in the high percentage of the time. As soon as I hit it, that's a good line. All right, so we've erased the bogey on hole number 2. And we've got to figure out a way to get the ball in the hole in 1 or 2 of these holes. Thanks, buddy. We got to figure out a way to get the ball into the hole on the back 9 holes, and the really good chances are on holes 12, 13, and that's about it for the good chances. We're playing to the back hole location here. This is about a 1 in 1 hole. Is a very tight line on this shot. While I update my score there. Very tight line, because where I'm standing right now, this slopes that way. Where I'm standing now, it stays straight. So that you have to get your ball running really close to these rocks in order to hit the right line, to give yourself a chance. Good opportunity to get close. You can get the ball close. You can get the ball within 18 inches every time if you hit the right spot. And then the other challenge is you're playing the ball from the right side here, and you don't want to hit the bricks with your putter. Too hard and doesn't take the slope. Too soft, the ball stops. Too far right, it doesn't go down the slope. Too far left, and you're in the bricks. I've got about a 3 or 4 inch gap to hit. That's pretty soft, but that's going to be down there. And there you go. There's 18 inches. And that's what you want to do. You hope it goes in. If I would have hit that putt maybe about 6 inches harder, I might have had a chance to go in. But again, this hole is crowned. So if it's not dead center, it's not going in. All right, that's a good 2 for me. We just got to hold it together. If I come in at 36, I'm fine with that. Normally, I'm not a scoreboard watcher or anything like. So this is what I'm talking about. Is that going to take the slope? It is. That just barely got the slope. He flirted with disaster in round 3 as well with that shot. Ooh. Yeah, a little tester here, 2 feet. Good shot. Yeah, he does 2 times. See, in the second round, in the second round, he hit the bricks on the inside. So he's been compensating for that, and he's flirted for the tournament. This channel right here. There's a little rise in the beginning of the putt. That is 3 horrendous putts in a row. Oh my goodness, you have to get the ball. It has to go right through this little gap, and I just pushed it again. I had a similar putt last round. Hopefully it does the same thing. Pissed off the right, let it turn in. Sends the ball off. So here's one that's going to bank off of that, and you're going to see that ball just drag to the left. Look at that. It's just your putt. Once he gets finished, I'll show you like pretty much the exact spot. We're actually going to try to make an ace on this putt. We played this hole so bad. You have to literally bump it in this exact spot somehow, and then it straightens the ball out, and then you get in. But it has to be exact. Like John just said. The way I'm getting there, that's a lot more stress than I really want. So, hole number 12. This is a makeable putt, but it's very dangerous. This green all slopes away from this green is severely from our right to left, and the green slopes away this way. So basically, if this ball is going to be going into the hole, it's literally going to be going into the side door at 3 o'clock on a clock face if it goes in. I think most people are just ended up laying it up because it's too dangerous if you try to take a run at it. All right, so there's a little sign out there in the background that I'm aiming at. I just want to lay it up. Nope. Or not. Wow, that ball actually broke to the right. I'm I thought that was right center. That's unfortunate. If I would have hit it slightly harder, I probably would have jammed it in there, but you're risking everything, so, jeez. That's not what I needed at this point in the tournament. Oh, well. So here goes his shot. And he's taking a much higher line, and that ball's going to creep and creep and creep and creep and creep, and his ball stopped. That's a good shot. So he's taking a much higher line. Anyways, down the lane, it breaks from right to left. It goes over that little speed bump, and the hole sits back here. Love to be able to come in 36, but I guess 37 is not too bad too. All right. So John's first. Trying to get the ball to roll over the speed bump on the camera is going to be on your left. It's all right. The green breaks from right to left, and that slope kind of exaggerates it. That started out on a started. Is it going to creep? Is it going to creep out? That was on a pretty good line. Little fluffiness there. Little fluffiness there, and that stopped his ball from creeping out. That ball creeps out another 12 inches. It's probably going to tip in. So I'm gonna learn from my mistake from last round. I was playing the ball too far to the right on the tee. I hit a really good shot. I just played it too far on the right on the tee. Aiming at the same spot. And my ball is not going to break to the left. What the hell? Ball never came over. That's unfortunate. Thought I hit that in a good line. 2 for me. I thought I hit a really good putt, and that's pretty much the last ace for me, anyways. Unless I get extremely lucky, and that's my last chance. That was an excellent. That was right on the right line. All right, so John came really close to making this in the last round. He ball he stopped like away from the hole. Trying it again. Is it gonna? He's gonna catch the there. There's another one. He popped over the freaking carpet. That's the second time now that's happened to him. Unbelievable. That should not happen. That's 2 times now he's gotten carpet robbed. It's too bad. He's had 2 fantastic putts on this hole in the last two go arounds, and one stopped and in short. The other one just popped over the hook. Popped over the cup. I hate this hole because this hole should be so easy. Two for me. Hole number 15. Another 1 in 10 chance. Sorry about the camera there. There we go. It's a little bit better. All right, so he's playing from the right side of the tee. I'm going to see where he bounces this ball. I'm actually going to try to copy him. I've been playing the backdoor shot the entire time, and the ball just never going to go to the right. Okay, so I saw where his ball went, and I'm going to try to make the adjustment. I'm not sure if he missed the spot by the left too much. Usually, when the ball bounces off the steps, it breaks to the right. So yeah, I think he said he pulled it. That's a good 2. I think he said he pulled it. So I saw right where his ball rolled off that ledge. I'm going to try it. Backdoor shot is not going at all for me. So it looked like he was about one putter off this way. I saw right where his ball rolled over. I just don't know exactly how hard to hit it. How, oh my God. My ball was bumped over the lip too. How is that not in? Oh, it's so annoying. God, it's going to drive me absolutely crazy. The ball was in. Oh my God. Unreal. Unreal. Well, definitely had no chance on the next hole to make an ace. Just got to try to make it two somehow. As we come through, and beautiful. And then you got the turtles over there on the other side, and it's a great course. Beautiful weather. We're just getting so unlucky right now. Oh, that's going to be all right. That's a good putt. That's fine. That's all right. That's not too bad. You got the wind kind of blowing, exaggerating the putt from left to right. That's a good two. Excellent two on this hole. All right. Well, putt breaks left to right. Just got to try to get it down there and get the perfect weight so it's hole high. If you can if I can get the ball within 2 feet, that's an excellent shot. Sit. I'm kind of where John was in the other round, so. All right, that mound's not in my way. I'd be able to negotiate that. Wow, my ball stayed to the left. It didn't break to the right. That's right where I was hitting it. And we are sinking. The ship is sinking. The ship is sinking. We. Got to be able to laugh about it. Got to have fun out here. Got to have fun. True is a true testament to restraint, self-restraint, self-control. That's another three. All right, if I can get it into 38. The ship is sinking. All right, the ball's going to go to the left of the hole in between the two humps there on your right side of your screen. It's going to hit that rock, and who knows what's going to happen after that. That ball is perfect. Excellent. Excellent shot. Made that look easy. It is not. Oh, bonus. All right. Well, I've patched one of my. I patched one of the leaks. I got two other ones that are springing. I've got two 2 other leaks that have sprung on me. I patched one of them up. That is not one that I was counting on. All right. Well, a little bit of life. Sorry about all this. Yeah, the hole is warm. Yeah. All right. Ace, ace. Well, I got one back. I need 2 more. That's got a chance. Nope. Just gonna run out of steam. That's a tap in too. You just can't risk it. That's got to go. I was right on line again. I just can't risk going by the hole. It's even though that putt's uphill, very defensive. You can't risk going behind the hole and getting caught behind one of those mounds. Then it's impossible. All right, my final hole of the day. Let's make it a good one. Ace. Oh. This is not a good ace. It looks like it could be a good ace. Sorry about the camera setup here. 2 out of 3. Mr. 2 out of 3. On a hole that's probably about a 1 in 5. So that's Barb Mingo heading up the steps and Mark Hasty heading up the steps. They've been playing putt for over 40 years. I am 43 years old. They've pretty much been playing this since I was before I was even thought of, pretty much. Oh no! What happened? He hit. Oh no! What a deuce! Oh no! I thought for sure he'd make a deuce. It sounded like his putter scuffed off the bricks. Okay. It sounded like his putter hit the bricks on his follow through right there. I could hear that. Oh, okay, so he was explaining that he made a lousy putting stroke there, and he was trying to help it along, and that's why he caught his putter there into the bricks. That's a 3. One last chance. One last chance. One last chance, and I got unreal. Unreal. Well. Players of thank you. Hopefully players. C'est la vie. Does anyone know which course this is and where? This is Gator Mike's Family Fun Park. If you look in the upper right corner of the screen, this is Gator Mike's Family Fun Park. It is in Cape Coral, Florida. Why are we? There we go. The graphic in the upper right corner, Gator Mike's Family Fun Park. It's in Cape Coral, Florida. Well, 36, 39, 34, and whatever the hell this crap is. 2 on 18. He made it 3 on 19. I made it 2 on 18. All right, so it looks like John has got a 36. 2 aces and 2 threes. I've got 2 aces and 3 threes. That adds up to a 37. So he's got an 18 on his first. Well, the first 8 holes, he's got 16. 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 4, 16. And then I have 16. 21 for my final 10 holes. I know that sounds weird. 20 for his final 10 holes. 36, 37. Well, I held it together. Thankfully, we both got hole 16, which is the actual course hole 17. So I'm going to sign the scorecards with John, and we're going to compare scores and turn them in. 16's 2021. Awesome, 36, 37. Cool. Did it right this time. The front 8 and the back 10.
That's a read. Get our mind thinking, something's called off field.
Yeah.
Son of a bitch. I wouldn't mind him just missing it, but shanking it.
Yep. So John's venting his frustrations on what happened there on hole 18, 19, whatever the hell it is. We were both feeling pretty good, and then to go up there and hit that bad of a putt, it's gonna.
Going through the numbers real quick.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Make sure we
Yep.
don't,
Sorry about that.
more close enough.
That one's all right. We're gonna go run through the numbers real quick. Okay.
1, 2,
Yep.
3, 3, 2, 2, 2, 2, X out, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 1, 16, 16, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 3, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 3, 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 2, 20, 21, 36, 37.
I agree, sir. Thanks so much, man. It's always a pleasure playing with you. And I'm gonna turn these.
First time I've been on TV.
They've turned in this embarrassing crap. Million adoring fans around the world. My name is Frank Bissesi. In the video game community, you can call me Roy Bissell. Please click on the link in the chat description to let you know usaminigolfresults.com /US Open /2021 /result.htm. I'm going to turn my scorecards in to Mr. Chris. There you are, sir. And when I take a look at the scoreboard, Mr. Brent Whirling and Gary Hester are tied through 3 rounds with 102. Good job, Mr. Brent Whirling. That's awesome. He's the person I came with. Thanks, John. Appreciate that. Appreciate the positive thoughts there. Since my round is over, I can actually kind of go back. So I'm going to take a quick little breather here. I think I left my water bottle in one of the bowls somewhere. I don't know. So I'm going to head back out onto the course since I'm finished. I thought I was going to stop, but I'm not. I'm going to wait for at least Brent to get done and wait for maybe you got to see the better players. So let's see if we can catch up with Brent Whirling. And Brent Whirling is over on hole number 10. So he's one of the leaders coming through round number 3. So you can see we've got like zip lines and gravity ropes here. They've got go-karts. They've got axe throwing. So hopefully we can catch up to Brent, and he'll let us do his final his final 10 holes. Hole number 10. Sends the ball down the lane. Oh, that's going to curl. Awesome. So he's just left his putt about 18 inches short. Harry's got the same putt that I had earlier, which is a right lip putt. Oops. 1 second here. I am not sure what happened with this. 1 second while I fix the tripod. So we're going to line up his putt for 2. We're going to follow Brent Whirling and John Kropanak through their final 9 holes. Looks like look like Brent tapped in for his 2 on hole number 10. This putt for Harry Sykes is a right lip putt. This is the putt that I made earlier. Right lip. That would be pulled to left. That was a terrible stroke. That was absolutely terrible. I never had it. So you gotta. That's the thing is if you watch the ball roll out when you hit a good first shot, and the ball's rolling down to the hole, you will see that the putt breaks from right to left. So that's how I was able to navigate it. Just kind of figure it out from there. I remembered that the putt broke from right to left. You just want to put it out on the right lip and just trust it. Thanks for the compliment. And Jay, appreciate it. Thanks everybody for watching. Just going to take the scores off so you guys aren't confused here on. Move that pro mini golf. So we're going to one. And I'm just going to work on focusing on the commentary now. We're going to follow him for his final 9 holes. So Brent's playing fantastically so far through 3 rounds. Earlier in the tournament, Brian Johnson had predicted that he thought a 34.5 average would win, and it seems like that's with actually Brent is not playing with John Kropanak. He's playing with Jeremy and Abnett, I believe. Brent sends the ball down the way, and that's going to miss on the left, but that's excellent speed. Well done. That's just a tap in for a 2, 18 inches away from the hole. That ball starts on a really good line. Hit that, bump that hill. Look at this. That's how you make the shot. That's an ace on hole number 11. Fantastic shot. That's exactly how you do it. That's an exact spot. Do you mind if I follow your group around? Great shot. You're Jeremy, correct?
Yes.
Awesome. So that was Jeremy with a fantastic ace on hole number 11. Once Harry clears off a hole number 12, I'm going to jump ahead of you guys and set the camera up. Little spot. That was exactly the little spot that I was talking about. So I'm going to clear out. That ended up being about a foot short. But you want to be very careful with that shot, because if you get the ball running past the hole, it'll run down the hill. You clean this little 12 inches.
So I advocate that we start at 7:30.
Fine.
And we have a hard cutoff. We'll reverse seed it so the Eric Chang's of
and all the mini golfers, and so I want to try and. I know people are going to slow down tomorrow. It's just how it goes. But I'd really like to finish by 11.
Okay.
So 7:30 to 11 is 3.5 hours, right?
Yes, sir.
An hour and 10 minutes per round should be reasonable.
That
If
believe
they were 50 minutes today, I'd give them an extra 20 minutes to play.
I think that's more than reasonable and fair.
And then we, you know, when we're done with the first round, we should know what time we should be at, and if we're off that, then we just make some adjustments.
Sure. I'm trying to follow some of the leaders here, so I'm going to catch up with them real quickly. Yeah, 7:30 is fine. Just post it up on the door and just let everybody know after the round's over, and I'll post it on my Facebook page as well. So this is Joey Graybeal, and the ball needs to roll out about 6 more inches. Oh, just misses on the low side, but we're going to start at 7:30 in the morning tomorrow. If it was my choice, it'd be 5:30, but hey, that's not me, so not everybody else is going to wake up at the crack of dawn. All right, so we're going to catch up with Brent and Jeremy. David Cargetta was up next there on hole number 12. So Jeremy left his putt about 2.5 feet short. He must have just barely creeped it over this ridge. David's probably wondering, did he make it? No, he did not. Okay, so Jeremy with the nice deuce. Outside of the bricks, plus a putter now. Before it was here. Ball needs to be starting to the right of the hole, and it's going to break left. That's on a good line. That's an excellent looking shot. That's in. Oh, the carpet's going to fluff. Oh, wow, that was on an excellent line. You can't you can't be unhappy with that putt. And that's just a tap into an excellent shot. And they're going to be heading on over to hole number 14.
Getting warm out here. I gotta.
Yes, it is.
Hard to hit hard enough.
It is getting warm. So Brent made the comment that it's getting warm out there. So we're going to jump over to hole number 14. /result.htm. That will bring you the latest scoring updates. We're watching Mike Johnson over here on hole number 15, and he just missed on the right side. And Jeremy with the beautiful ace. The 1 in 20 shot. Outstanding. Shot, Jeremy. He makes an ace. Thanks everybody for watching. Appreciate it. Checking my phone, make sure it's not getting hot. So today it's not getting hot. Yesterday, back on Wednesday, the phone was getting hot, and I'm not sure what the difference is. So Brent's up next. I think he's gonna. I don't know. He's been trying to do it front door. Yep. So that's a front door shot. That's a front door shot. Just gonna miss off the lip. It's got a chance to redraw. Oh, it stopped. Oh no, that ball needed to creep up the slope like another just 2 inches. It stopped on the base of the. And we're on a little bit of a jam here on hole number 15 with Harry Sykes. So we're going to watch Joey and David on putt. This is David Cargetta. And he's trying to do the backdoor shot. And that's going to creep up back past the hole. Is it going to tip back? Is it going to tip back? It is not. That was an excellent try. And first two. Move the camera over to hole 15 so we can follow Brent and Jeremy. Ball down the lane. It's going to roll out. Some tracking. That's the hole. And he made hole 11, 14, and 15 now. That's fantastic. But the thing about the back door, it still doesn't line up. That's the problem. And you're with the back door line. The front door, the ball's coming over that second hump so fast that if it's not dead center, it's never going in. So we're going to watch Brent Willie on hole number 15. That ball starts on the... Nope, that's going to go right. Nope, that's going to be right and short. Yep, that was not a very good putt. He came out of that a little bit. That was not his best stroke. So let's take a look at the crowd out there in the bar area. Can do a little here. Oh, actually, you know what? Let's just stay right here. Unlucky because of the crown. When you lift the rings out, it's going to create a little bit of a ledge around the outside of the hole, and the ball just wiggles around. So he got barely unlucky, like myself and John Wilder did earlier. We saw the very last of that putt. So when they cut the holes out, I was trying to explain before, it creates a little bit of a crown. So we're waiting for Harry on hole 16. I'm going to try to catch Joey Graybill, and then we're going to race down there. Yeah, got him. Yeah, exactly. It's pretty funny. All right, Harry's in. We're going to watch Joey send the ball down the line. That's going right. Yep, that's going to go right. It's going to miss right. It's going to get a little short as well. Sure. So we're going to run over here to hole number 16 and try to catch Jeremy. So he sends the ball down the lane. This is the layup shot. And that ball's creeping out. And the ball's creeping out even more to the right now because the wind is actually blowing from your right to left. It's a southerly wind. It's kind of blowing downhill as well. Downwind, and it's blowing hard from right to left. If the bricks were smooth, you'd be able to play the ball off the bricks and bring it back that way. But they're not. Can end up anywhere. As you've seen me demonstrate so many times in this tournament already. This is the cleanup at 2. Back and through. Excellent shot. Great 2. Next up is Brent Whirling. Teeing the ball off about a half of a putter, just so where the tip of his putter doesn't hit the tip of the bricks. He's going to try to get it as close as he can to the bricks on the right side of your screen. Yeah, it's a hard shot. It's exactly right because of the wind. That's a good stroke. That's just gonna creep out and be 2.5 through 3 feet. I had that putt earlier right in front of that rock. It's no big deal. And once he's done, I'm gonna race on up there and get the. So we can get the final 3 holes. Good putt. Knew that as soon as he hit it. So these guys are heading over to hole 17. Following them around. Excuse me. Oh, we can bring you guys some action. Here's David Cargetta over there on the other hole. So we're going to set up our camera real quick. Joey Graybill still out here. We got Mike Johnson right in front of us. Harry Sykes. There we go. That looks like it's on a. Oh, that's gonna. It's not gonna be hard enough. That's gonna tip. Be 2 rolls short. On the last hole, there is no possible ace line because the bricks are not smooth. That was a good try. Just came up about 3 inches short. Yeah, on hole number 16, there's the green slopes so severely from left to right. The hole location needs to be about 2 feet to the right of where it is. But if the bricks were smooth, then it'd be very makeable. Yeah, it was. It came up about 3 rolls short. So Brent is playing this 1 putter. So you can see him measuring the distance out there with his putter. 1 putter off the bricks on the left. He's going to try the exact same shot off that rock on the bottom right of your screen. David Gargetta is struggling over there on hole 16. He made a 3. Sends the ball down the line. That's got good pace. That's got good pace. That's got good pace. That is absolutely perfect. That is absolutely perfect. Well done, sir. Well done. That's what we're talking about. It is. I love the orange colored Greg Norman shirt on Mr. Whirling. Got Harry Sykes over here on hole number 18, his 17th hole of the day. Ball up the slope, and it's just going to come up a little bit short. That's the one I made earlier along with John Wilder, that last hole. And there it is. So they're going to head on over to hole number 19. We're going to jump up here and get ourselves set up. There we go. Let's get this over just a little bit to get the perfect straight on angle so you can see. Tom Loftus. I'm sure he'll appreciate that. I'll let him know. He is one of the leaders after round 3, so I haven't looked at the scorecard yet. I don't want to jinx him. I'm really superstitious myself, so looks like he's actually placing this ball underneath his left shoe to try to measure this out. Yeah, so he lifted up his left shoe and he placed the ball up underneath. I'm sure there's probably a better way to be able to measure that, but so he placed the ball underneath his left shoe and he was trying to measure the exact spot. But the problem is this: when the ball runs up the slope, you just don't know what it's going to do. You can hit the same spot 10 times in a row and you get 10 different results. So let's see what happens. Starts the ball on the right of the hole. It's coming up the slope, and he's going to get crowned. Yes. That ball was tracking. You saw that ball tracking dead center of the hole until the last couple of inches, and then it just moved off to the right, and he got crowned. That's too bad. That was an excellent putt. So this putt is actually going to be left center from where he's at now. And thanks, Dr. Jen. I tried to do the best I can to what I would visualize, what I would want from camera angles. Unfortunately, there's some ropes and things like that. Hopefully you can see. Left center. Got it. Excellent, too. Jeremy Stern, so he's playing a little bit farther out the center. Like Brent's did, but the problem is there's a crown there. Like I said, dude, when the ball runs up that little slope in the middle of the putt, in the middle of the lane, you just don't know what it's going to do. And then the hole's crowned. So as you saw my ball, 2 out of 4 times, I think I had the ball. 3 out of 4 times I had the ball tracking towards the center of the hole and came up either short or I got crowned. So that's going to be the hashtag of the day, crowned. Hashtag RNG. Excellent putt for Jeremy. And they're moving on to hole number 19. So this is going to be their final hole of today. Wish them the best of luck. There it is. Is your number or something like that. Like when we go to the Masters, we play 3 different courses, so you have to try to figure out how to categorize. You're going to have 35 different pieces of tape on your putter shaft by the end of the day. And that ball sent down the lane, that's a little light. That's light. That's way too soft. Even though you see the ball track down, it got hole high, and that's going to be a simple putt to navigate, but you got to want to give it a chance. JL Air asks who's in Brent's group here. His name is Jeremy Inabinet. I believe he is a player from Tennessee. Jeremy Inabinet. And as Jeremy's up, this is his final hole today. We're going to stay here and watch David and Joey after this. Oh my God. Give him a good bounce. Now, That went from disaster to just fine. Hopefully, John, you're doing great.
Chicago.
Okay, so he lives in Chicago. I could get a good bounce, and he got. See, that's what I'm talking about. It's so frustrating to come out here and hit putts, and every single hole has a crowns. Hey, Brent, do you want to do lunch?
Yeah.
Okay. So, saw Mr. Cargetta with a little shake of the head. I've watched about 5 of his putts now go right over the side of the hole and not drop in, and it's really frustrating. It's really frustrating because it's so random. That's on a pretty good line. Let's see if he can get a better bounce. He hit the lip, and there you go. If he wouldn't have caught the lip, he might have had a chance. That's Joey Graybill coming up on hole number 19. This putt breaks right to left. Slams it. That's Joey Graybill, and their rounds are done for the day. Everybody coming off the 19th hole. We're going to stay here for a few minutes, gentlemen.
Yep, Frank. Sir.
I know. You don't even have to say anything, Dave. I know. I know. He's frustrated. I'm frustrated. John Wilder's frustrated. We had so many putts just go over the hole and the edges of the hole. And actually, you know what? I'm going to go back inside because I want to make sure that my putter is still safe. And none of the junk grabbed it. I don't know. Oh, my putter fell on the ground. Looks like it got nicked. Somebody. That's not cool. Oh, okay. I thought somebody nicked my putter. So let me look. Let's take a look at this score leaderboard together. John Wilder's in 10th place. See what happens there with the other groups coming in. So we're going to just see what's up after he updates the scores. There's quite a few scores missing right now. We're missing Joey. We're missing David Cargetta. We're missing... Yeah, we're missing a bunch of guys right now. So, looks like he's doing Mike and Harry next. I think I am going to go ahead and finish this up because I'm really, really hungry. So let me get over here and get away from the commotion. There we go, something like that. Okay, so I shot 36, 39, 34, 37. According to the scoreboard now that I see, I'm in around 20th place. Normally I would be super disappointing with that. I know I've expressed a little bit of frustration out there, and normally I would be really, really frustrated with that. But I think it's for the greater good of the game that somebody is out here getting this out and showing people what this is all about. I had to keep that mindset and stay committed to that even though my personal results, of course, I would love to be able to win this event. My personal accomplishments are in the background. What's first and foremost is bringing you quality content, getting the tournaments more structured and organized, getting them the rule sets to be more clear and concise, and just everything needs to be running smoother, easy to understand, less random. Just get rid of the random stuff, get rid of the different rule changes and things that are happening throughout the day. To me, it's unacceptable and it's unprofessional. I don't know how you can just run a tournament and advertise all this stuff if you're just going to change the rules whenever you want. So the course owner here, Chris, has been absolutely fantastic. I talked to Ted Detweiler a little bit earlier, who is Bob's son. Bob is the president of the USPMG. I talked to Ted a little bit. He wants me to be a little bit more involved in doing these things. He likes what he sees here, and that's what I was hoping for. I was hoping that when we put this in motion, and the vision that nobody else is doing this, and quite frankly, not enough people know that there are miniature golf competitions. I apologize, but I need to take this off because I am sweating. So, not enough people know that there are competitions for miniature golf. Not enough people know that miniature golf is not just goofy. We pick courses out here where nothing relies on timing, and it's no offense to anybody who plays crazy golf, but it's aptly named. It's named crazy golf for a reason because it's crazy. You have moving parts. You have things that take a different skill set. What we do is just adventure golf, which you would call in Europe. Just simple adventure golf. You get taken on an adventure. And my dream and goal one day is to own a miniature golf course and to do this the way and just to follow my dream and vision. But trying to get other course owners involved and trying to find the right facilities to lessen the randomness, as you saw in my rounds. It's happening to everybody, and some people get really lucky and have great rounds and get great bounces, and some people don't. So I hit a few bad putts today, but overall I thought that I did decent for considering the circumstances and the first time playing in a major. And I really appreciate you guys' feedback and support. But overall, this has been a really good success. So let me check the time here. We were hoping that everybody would be off the course at 1 o'clock. It's 1:28 local time here, Eastern Standard. It's been somewhat of a hiccup here in the beginning of it, but the major issue is hole 2 is so hard that there's really not much you can do about it. And we're trying to get the players to play faster, but this is a major tournament with a $10,000 cash prize, so players are going to want to take their time. I think some players might be taking a little bit too much advantage of the time because Bob isn't here and he doesn't have the stopwatch on. So there were situations where my group was 4 and 5 holes ahead of the group behind us. But since we don't have anybody out there, there's no referees, and the players aren't really policing themselves as far as pace of play, it's just going to continue to be like that. Speaking up, need to move. Like I said, there's a few holes out here that are kind of dangerous that you've seen in the round so far. But overall, hole 2, there's really not that much danger out here. You're not, you're going to you could have an opportunity to make a lot of aces, but there's really not that much danger. So that's just my opinion on it. More players need to speak up against other players and say, hey, we need you to pick up the pace. We should have already been done, honestly. But the thing is, if they said the players aren't going to speak up, we don't have any referees out here. The course owner is so busy that he doesn't have time to go out there and delegate all that stuff. He needed to have another staff member on board going out there to the players and saying, hey, we need you guys to stay closer together. You got 4 or 5. There was even a 6-hole gap at one point. Even my group, sometimes we fell 2 or 3 holes behind. And I think that had a little bit to do with the camera and stuff. But I thought for the most part, our pace of play was really good. Unfortunately, I couldn't take all the time in the world to explain all the different shots because it's a tournament and we have to keep the pace of play. But, I tried to do the best that I could in marking out my positions or my camera positions. That way I wasn't just sitting around fiddling around with that through each hole. I was able just to set myself up right away and try to get the best camera angle that I could for you guys. So I hope I brought you great content today. I really appreciate everybody who's watched. Please give me a follow. And, the general manager is on board with the stream. He loves it. I think most people that are watching this love it. I know I love doing it, and I hope my passion for this really shines through because I came from the video game community and I was passionate about that for 25 years. I'm getting older, and it's not that I don't enjoy the video games anymore, or the competitive Street Fighter side of things, but I really, really enjoy this. I really enjoy miniature golf, and the main reasons is because anybody can do it. You can be 5 years old, you can be 85 years old. Okay, it doesn't matter. You don't have to be an NFL athlete. You don't have to jump out of the gym. You don't have to run fast. All you need to do is be able to swing a putter. That's it. And we have players out here that kick the ball. Nico Manu, he's unable to use his hands due to a wrist injury. That's literally what he does. So, if you're out here and if you have any kind of disabilities, most of these courses are accommodating. They have some kind of a handicap accessible ramp or an outlet for each hole. Other players would be more than happy to come out there and help you. If you're a brand new player and you want to enter a tournament, there's amateur divisions, there's professional divisions, there's teams. Um, and players that are out here are more than willing to help you understand the shot, understand the basics and the dynamics of each hole. They'll tell you what their philosophy is on the hole, and then you just take that knowledge and apply it the best way that it helps you. And that's what I've done. Is I pick the brains of the best putters that are out here, and I watch them putt, and I ask them their opinions on it and how they feel, and then I internalize that, and I process that information the way that's best for me, and then I apply that knowledge and I go out there and make it work for me, because not everybody can hit the same shot. Not everybody has the same putting stroke. So that's the way that I approach it, and I encourage you to do the same. I encourage you to come out to a tournament and even though it's a $100 buy-in or $150 buy-in, whatever the case is, it's a lot of fun. You're going to get a lot of value for your money. You're going to come out here and you're going to get fed. There's water. There's an awards banquet ceremony tomorrow afternoon after the final round. He just hired a chef, and he's from Kansas City. So we're going to be having Kansas City style barbecue and all of the fixings around that. So that's going to be great. You get a really good value for your money. There's no cut. That's another thing too. There's no cut in these events. So if it's a 7-round event, a 10-round event, or a 12-round event, you're going to be able to play all 7, all 10, all 12, or whatever the case is. There's no cut. So you get great value for your money. And I'm more than willing to help you guys with the shots, take pictures of the hole, show you the lines, do everything that I can. Unfortunately, this week I wasn't able to do that. It's just going to take too much time in between each hole to update all those graphics and everything. And I just wanted this to go as smooth as possible. So once again, thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. My name is Frank. The video game community calls me Roy Bissell. Call me whatever you want. Just know that I am ultra passionate about this. I'm passionate about what I believe in. I think that miniature golf has an amazing potential here in the United States. People just need to know about it. And I think it really helps when we're able to show, folks that have never done this before what to do, explain everything, explain all the ridges, all the humps, all the bounces. So you know exactly what you're getting into, and you can make the best decision for you. I hope you guys can come out one day from the UK and come over here and enjoy the Masters tournament. I'm going to be doing this again in October, the Masters, and hopefully I can attend a few putt-putt tournaments in my local area. If I love that much, even if I have to go by myself, I'm sure I'm going to be able to find somebody to go. That place is fucking awesome. Props to Tiger Woods and his team for building that course. They did a phenomenal job. So once again, my name is Frank. Thanks for watching. You can check out in the chat description, usaminigolfresults.com /US Open /2021 result.htm for the latest updates and scores. Take care, guys. I'm going to lunch. Peace.